everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy New Year! Welcome to 2026 with me, Hazel. I'm here. I'm bundled up. It may be a new year, but it's still winter. It's still cold over here. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Happy New Year, all. Isn't that music from Crash Bandicoot? I've heard that it sounds like the Crash Bandicoot music. It was not intended to be, though. It wasn't the original idea. I'm poking around my garrison, looking for, I don't think I've done this week, my garrison campaign quest. And I've just started doing them, because I believe there's one more that gives me decor, and I'm not real dialed into which one. So, that's more of a professional thing, I think. Freezing in Sweden. Happy Iron Chain Kinimas. Blizzard really knew what we wanted this year. And that is one of the things I want to do today is Trading Post is up. It's January. We're going to get... Actually, it doesn't look too bad on my gnome. What do they call this thing? The Vengeful Regalia of the Crusader ensemble. But most importantly on the vendor, there is a chainmail bikini top. Or tankini top. Very cute and needed. So, we're gonna fill up our bar. I mean, I guess I could get the thing, like, right away, because I have... How much Trader's Tender do I have handy? 10,715. We are running a mild surplus. But... Is it this way I'm going? Is this a trading post thing? The trading post... Oh, that's just the auctioneer that they want me to make. You don't have anything for me. I don't know that I need anything for the trading post now. I think I just bought it on Horde side. I think I'm probably set. Plate is a tankini? Plate is a tankini. It's not any particular armor type. I think you can mog it on cloth, leather, plate, or mail. But I think that's not what you're asking. I'm just confused. I need more coffee. In the icebox here in the Twin Cities, just hit a balmy 9 Fahrenheit. Ooh. It was frosty outside, and I was looking out my window from inside my toasty house, and I was like, I'm cold just looking at that. I can't find it if we're being honest with ourselves. I think I'm just gonna move on before I get too hung up on this. That's my invasion. That's a profession thing. Oh, maybe it's inside. It's usually a yellow question mark. And every week there's a new one. And I don't believe that I've done it this week. And it gives you like a little garrison campaign chapter. And I lost it. Happy New Year! Wouldn't it be fun if the trading post in your garrison gave lumber? Oh man. I wouldn't mind if they, and maybe they have and I just missed it. I wouldn't mind if they fixed it, because this is just the holiday guy. And that's just the trading post. I wouldn't mind if they fixed it so, Ooh, there it is, there it is. I don't know if it's one that I need or not, but I'm just doing all of them now. They don't take very long. They're not excessively long questions. It's right outside the front. I wouldn't mind if they fixed it so you could get lumber from Draenor. That would be nice. Hi, Hazel. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How was everybody's night last night? I had not originally planned to... stay up. But then it was like 10:30 and I'm like, yeah, okay. So we just kind of like watched TV and hung out until midnight. And then I turned on some random dude's YouTube live stream from Vancouver because I wanted a Western time zone Canadian New Year's Eve countdown stream. And it was mostly just a bunch of people milling around and then eventually going, hey! Because it's not like there's a ball to drop or anything like that. So it's mainly just people standing in the street. Did you finish Stranger Things? No spoilers. No spoilers? I did. I did watch it. I don't think it's a spoiler to say. I liked it. I'm happy with it. I felt satisfied. I don't know how everybody else felt, but I'm alright with it. I'm good. Coffee. Nice. So, trading post-wise, my normal kind of tasks to hit, I usually do pet battles. I usually win some pet battles out front of Stormwind. I typically like to do a couple of crafting orders as well as turning in some gathering profession weeklies. That's good for a bit. And then from there, I usually kind of start to improvise based on what's available and what sounds like fun. Because we are currently in Cataclysm Time Walking, there are a variety of points that you can get for doing kata-themed stuff. So you can get points for skinning or fishing or doing herbs and ore in kata zones. You can get points for doing kata raid bosses. So if I wanted to do like a, I don't know, Hour of Twilight clear or something, well, you need 5 bosses, but you could get some points there. That would probably be pretty fast. Why am I spacing on Cataclysm raids? I guess there's the Deathwing one. Hang on, it'll come to me. It's not Hour of Twilight. Definitely not Siege of Orgrimmar. We were there for like 2 years. It was the first raid that had LFR. Don't tell me. It has Deathwing in it. They didn't just call it Deathwing. It's the Deathwing raid. I refuse to look this up. Firelands. Hour of Twilight. Oh my gosh. I did not bring all my brain cells into 2026. Does this ever happen to you? Something that like you for sure know. Hour of Twilight's the dungeon. I'm like specifically not looking at chat just in case anybody said it. I want to think of it. I want to make the neurons connect. This must be driving people nuts. Because you have the Madness of Deathwing and you have the Spine of Deathwing, but those are just the 2 fights at the end of it. They don't call the raid Deathwing. It has like dragons and stuff. They don't call the raid that either. Queuing for blank elephant. Running blank for my Blazing Drake. Oh my god, I'm broken. Now I have to check. There's no way. It's not coming. Normally, if you like start doing something else, it'll come. Dragon Soul. It did have a dragon name. That was not about to occur to me. I am concerned.
Have a good
Part of getting old. Thanks.
No, be good. Keep
Oh
it real.
man, dragons and stuff does sound like a great raid. I mean, you could probably argue about a third to a quarter of them are just dragons and stuff. You know, it's a good boss archetype to stick in there. Time to clear Firelands again. Yeah, I think I would rather poke around in Firelands to kill 5 bosses for that than do Dragon Soul. Apparently I didn't like Dragon Soul enough to remember the name of it. Yeah, really looking forward to the last raid in Midnight just being called Xalatath. It's like, look, it's Xalatath. What do you want? What did you expect? You thought you were gonna fight her in like a big dramatic setup? Nope, it's just her house. Voidwalker dude boss. Yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna fight Xalatath. Still have to get Netflix for Stranger Things. A little annoyed about it. I mean, at least you managed to wait out the like freaking 3 months. It felt like it wasn't 3, but it felt like 3 of them like slowly doling it out. You can, you know, binge the whole season if you want. Now that it is out and available, New Year off to a great start. I'm really glad that you're pleased and happy with the content you find here, and that you are always satisfied and, you know, like content with it. It's really nice to be accepted for exactly what you're doing, with no, you know, notes or anything. Here, are we? This is just the bonus objective, but I am killing Ogron. Funny is we get a Zally boss encounter, doesn't actually die. Because she's been popular and Blizzard will want to keep her around. They needed a new... Oh no, I'm just being persnickety now. I was going to say they needed a new hot girl, but that's not true. They've got lots of hot girls. They can make as many of them as they want. I'm sure they can live or die on their own time. Oh god. Finish it all in 1 month so they won't get 3 months of sublight. I was looking around at Netflix trying to find anything else that I might want to watch after it, and I was coming up pretty blank, at least for now. Let's see. pumple tooth necklace. Over here. Yeah, I think we could do a little fire lance. We could even do it on LFR if we don't want to like fly out there. You can just, there's an LFR queuing NPC. Ooh, where are they for Cataclysm? I thought that they put the Dragon Soul one like right out front of Dragon Soul, so maybe, oh, there is no LFR for Fire Lance because they didn't add LFR until Dragon Soul. That's right, it's all coming back to me now. New Knives Out movie was good. I have watched it. I've seen that already. I liked that. There's gonna be new Bridgerton later this month. So I guess there's that, but that's not for a little bit.
Time
You
is
got
money,
Kai Base, I'm
friend.
still struggling. She was awful. She
Be
was so
good.
hard.
Have a good one.
I was
Keep it real.
I was big struggling on her. And then on Crave, we watched Heated Rivalry, and I've been working through Shorzy. Am I almost caught up? I don't know. I think I'm in season 4 of 5 or something. I think I'm getting towards the newer ones. It's fine. It's nice to have like a shorter show sometimes that doesn't demand that you sit down and think very hard for an hour. Okay. This one. I'm pretty sure this is not the Garrison campaign chapter I need, but there's some kind of achievement you get for doing all of them anyway that I definitely don't have. So I'm not too mad to be doing this. I also have more of this like campaign that wants me to talk to Verisa, and it's probably not that far off from done. It'd be funny if she just wants me to meet her in Dornigal, and then that's it. It's possible. That would be nice. I'm scared to go ask, just because if she tells me to go do 25 things, I'm gonna feel like I have to do them. Back to the Garrison. I'll turn that in next time I'm back there. My Garrison's Hearthstone's on cooldown. Yeah, I guess we can pop by Dornigal. How are you enjoying Heated Rivalry? Oh, it was so good. I want to watch it again. I watched it. I was glued to it, and now that it's over, I feel there's only 6 episodes. I feel like I kind of wanted to go through it again. Is that a nope? That's not a kitty. That's just stuff falling off my desk. Any new shows this year? Or just new versions of old shows? Yeah, it is an established problem. Pluribus is new. I haven't seen it yet. That one's an Apple TV one, but that's new, and people seem to like that. It's not that there's nothing new. Heated Rivalry is sort of new. It's based on a book that existed, but it's not based on any old TV. Is there a Buffy reboot eventually? Rewatch 4, it's maybe a problem. It was just so refreshing to be like glued to my TV, like feeling things. I've been increasingly, and maybe I'm just watching too much TV, I should really turn it off, but like increasingly experiencing this kind of like cynical detachment from whatever's going on the screen. Like I'm reaching a point where I just don't care. And that show made me care, which I liked. I guess we can chat with her wherever we left her, over here perhaps. Thanking Canadian taxpayers every night before sleep for Heated Rivalry. It's crazy that it got picked up by HBO. There was a world in which America was never even gonna get it. Started watching Supernatural for the first time, and I'm not sure if I feel like watching 15 seasons. Sometimes the super long shows are definitely good, but there's parts of them that felt like they were making episodes just to make episodes, and without like a real clear plan of what they wanted to do. But I can't speak to Supernatural. I haven't seen much of it. I watched 1 season and then decided it wasn't for me. We're nearing midnight? We are. Cutscenes.
Peace, friend.
Thank you for accompanying me on this adventure. Hey, that is it! It was over. Nice. Okay, so I'm ready for midnight, apparently.
I'm sorry.
I earned Visions of Shadowed Sun, and I've earned the new title Inksy Azeroth's Vanguard, which I will now proceed to never think of again in my earthly life.
To walk alone. But I can respect their decision.
Cool for somebody, not for me.
I can't imagine
So,
what each of them has gone through.
I am
own
gonna
life has
do my
been
rounds of my alts just to
tranquil by
see who
comparison.
needs to kind of chip away at something for decor, and then I'm gonna start working on Trading Post. So we're gonna check. Let's check my warrior to see if that hidden artifact thing is up in High Mountain. Your DFA score went up. Yeah, probably did. I know. I don't think I'm ambitious enough to worry about my wider overall DFA score. It's nice if it's high. I don't think if I was going to compete in that, I would need to stop doing a lot of other things, which I'm not willing to do. Still reading the Discworld novels? Nah, I finished them. I finished all of them but the last one. The last one that was published, I did not read because I'm sure it's great, but I wanted to have one left if I ever needed it. You know, I wasn't ready for it to be over. Seagale Shard, thank you very much for the 40-month resub. First sub of the new year. Good day to all. Good day to you. Happy New Year. No more punks for Boost. Too busy doing DFA. I'm reading Earthsea now. I picked up the first 3 books on hard copies of Ursula Le Guin's Earthsea cycle. I finished the first one. I have just started the second one. They're not long, so I'm trying to like pace myself because if I'm not careful, I'm just gonna blow through them and then I'm gonna need more books. So I'm trying to like really like soak it in and take my time with it. Cause I'm enjoying them. I like the vibe. The vibe's very, very nice. It reminds me of kind of like the fantasy books that I really liked when I was younger. When do you normally do reading? Yeah, always before bed. It's after I'm in bed and all ready for bed, I read. I've got like a little light that clips onto my bed. And I will read until I get sleepy. Which, if I stayed up late, is like a page. But if I go to bed early, and if I'm really into my book, sometimes I'll go to bed early so I have more time to read. It could be a lot longer. I'm thinking this one's no good, so we're gonna log off of that. I need to check on Molly Wobble's missions, because she needs to redo her campaign, and she's on a mission stage right now. Because I need one more piece of decor for the Monk Order Hall. Here, let me show you how, this is how my journey is going. This is how it's going in terms of class order hall stuff. So I've got a chunk of it. Some things, even if I've done the campaign, because I didn't do it on that character, I need to replay it in order to get the research done. So I'm going to need to replay the monk campaign as well as the hunter campaign. And then, and I'm going to need to replay the Death Knight campaign as well, just to finish the researches. But at least I have this furniture in the meantime. These are campaigns I've never done, so I need to finish. I haven't even started Shaman yet. I guess I probably could start it now. And then we're recruiting troops. No, I didn't do it. We are recruiting troops over there, and at some point I'm going to have to look for a Death Knight hidden artifact appearance. But that's how it's going. It's coming along. Molly Wobble. I really should put these characters next to each other on my login screen so I can, like, find them. It would be I could put them next to each other in the same order I have them on the spreadsheet. That would be fun. What are the fantasy books that you liked when you were younger? I used to just pull stuff off the shelf at the library that had, like, a cool dragon or something, or, you know, pretty lady on the cover. Unfortunately, I think some of those authors have come to disrepute now. I remember reading a few Marion Bradley novels that I don't feel so good about now. But yeah, vaguely vintage sort of no-name fantasy. I did stay up until midnight. Made it up until 11:04. You couldn't keep my Animal Crossing game going. My eyes are like, no. I like to think that all your villagers went to bed and you're just like, they're right. Dragon Riders of Pern. Doesn't ring a bell. You know, a lot of people read before bed, don't understand how it works. I just fall asleep when I lay down. If I don't read, have a hard time getting to sleep because I can't calm my my monologue. And books do a really nice job of supplanting it, so that I'm not just thinking myself to death while I'm in bed, because I'm good at that. And I haven't had a problem with it for years, because I've been reading before bed for years and years and years. It hasn't been an issue. But it does mean that if I'm out of book, I'm in trouble, because I can't sleep. I need a book to sleep. Just like I need my earplugs and I need, like, my eye cover. Otherwise, it's not happening. But they're all things that are pretty easy to bring with you. I don't really need to get my guys murdered anymore, because I have all my troops recruited. I'm just doing the missions for the campaign's sake now. Howdy, how you doing? How are things? Let's see. We're gonna check on... This is the character that's gonna do Shaman Order Hall, but I just can't be bothered to start yet. Warlock is done. Warrior is kind of waiting for his hidden artifact appearance, her hidden artifact appearance before I take her out of there. Yeah, let's check missions on Scary and Nightflame. And then we can turn our attentions for the moment to the trading post. Okay. Oh, this character is actually ready to, like, do campaign. And I probably should, because I'm gonna hit a point. I'm gonna hit a point where I need, speak in Stromgarde. Stromgarde is a Wrathy, right? I'm trying to think of, I'm Horde. Wrathy Highlands. I'm trying to think if I have, like, any cool, cute shortcuts. I guess not. We can just do this the old-fashioned way. I've been kind of procrastinating this, but I should do it because, I should totally do it. Because there's going to be a point where I need to run 5 missions that are going to be like a day each, and I need to get started on that if I ever want to get this done. And it's hard to even recruit troops for the troop recruiting achievement if you don't have, if you haven't, like, progressed your stuff at all. So, Orgrimmar. Orgrimmar to Undercity and fly, probably, I think is the most simple thing to do. The pet portal will take you to Eastern Plaguelands, but it's the very north end of it, and I don't think it's any closer than Undercity. Use the Trollbane questline to give you a portal. Man, having you mention Animal Crossing is making me feel like I should... Did I ever do this? Yeah, I have that already. Okay. Oh, although you know what? Where is the book lady in Orgrimmar? I haven't been checking her, but I want to. Where is the book lady? Homebound. I think I can get her coordinates. Go from Org to Silvermoon, from there to Undercity? I kind of thought I could just go from Org to Undercity. Do they not let you do this anymore? I kind of figured I could just, like, pop up here and then just take this portal and that'll take me to Undercity. Yep, works fine. In front of the opening to the drag. Oh, I forgot. Anyway, Stromgarde. Heading... Yeah, this way. This'll do. No mount, but armor for the trading post. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good trader's tender saving month for me. Which is good. I like those, because they don't feel like I have to commit anything. Undercity formally not exist anymore? Yeah, I think it's kind of in the same boat as Teldrassil, but you can still port there. You can turn back time out of the loop. Because I'm a mage, if I want to go somewhere, I just teleport. It's right in your name, too. That is totally fair. Do you guys like the trading post armor? I feel like it's cool, but I'm trying to think who's going to wear it. Maybe I'll put it on my paladin. I've got a blood elf paladin that might look kind of good in it. Anthus. Amazed I held up until 1:40 a.m. Worked yesterday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. Lost my bus home. People invited me to go to the beach, and I was like, no, I don't think I will. Oh, I feel like there's more to the story. Read the Robin Hobb books. No, haven't heard of it. Let's see. I want to do Earthsea, and then after Earthsea, I want to try Malazan. I've never read Malazan, and I've heard it's good. I've heard it's involved, but I think that's okay. They cleaned it of the goop at the end of Shadowlands, but we haven't seen them move in yet. Looking for new main, don't know what to play? What's good for Mythic Plus and rating? It's kind of a tough time to figure that sort of thing out, because the meta is going to be... The meta in Midnight is going to be a little difficult to tell at the moment, just because it's in development still. There must be like a bell tower or something. I don't really know how to get around this building. Speak with Prince Galen Trollbane in Stromgarde. Is he, like, upstairs? Am I in the wrong phase? I'm in the wrong phase, I bet. I don't know if I'm meant to be here. I'm gonna go phase the zone. That's what I'm gonna do. Malazan is, like, peak nerd homework. That might be just what I need, you know, to both stay busy for a while, because I understand there's a bunch of them. And then also to fall asleep, you know, like if it's a little too thick for me and I'm like, huh, it'll probably just put me right to sleep, and then at least I'm getting to sleep. Good morning, Hazel. Starting my journey, leveling through WoD today. Happy 2026. Happy 2026. Saw a video yesterday about how tanking in Midnight just isn't fun yet because of dungeon mechanics. Have you heard about this? No. Has not crossed my radar. Entirely possible. Could get work done, could not get work done. It's one of those things. It sounds like a familiar headline. I've kind of heard that. I don't really pay attention to tank stuff, but I've heard about healing pretty much every patch forever. And sometimes it's true. Like, healing is more or less fun depending on like what's going on in the game. But it's never really kept me up at night. It doesn't. It's always kind of been fine. I'm having fun anyway. Collect some witherbark troll heads and blight some supplies. You betcha.
Tribe from my kingdom, and I will grant you access to the tomb
Play
of my
Windwalker
father.
Monk. Just want to switch it up a bit. Hazel, you would get more views if you decide Midnight Sucks already made content about that. Yeah, I would get even more views if I made content in general. I gotta just make something. Oh, anything. Come out with some inefficient pet battle guides and call it a day. Yeah, I don't know if the don't worry be happy thing is gonna work for making me super successful, but it's nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting a kick out of it. I think if I was more negative about WoW, it would be so much harder to stream every day. Cause like, how do you hate the game, but then you also have to play it like blank hours a day and talk about it all the time? Like, that sounds like hell. I don't know how you keep sticking around making content for the game if you don't like it. Could rage bait about the pet battle changes. I could. I think people are disappointed that I'm not rage baiting about the pet battle changes. Just like that I'm not more concerned or upset by them just because I've been one of the people in pet battle content for a long time. And people are really worried about the future of pet battles. So having someone be like, I'm sure it'll turn out fine, is not exactly helpful to their cause. What are the pet battle changes? I have the blue post handy here somewhere. Pet battles in Midnight. They are de-emphasizing them a bit, basically. Is that they are not all new wild pets will be battle capable, so you don't have to battle them to collect them. You're not going to have to level them. You can just kind of right-click to collect pets. There will still be some pet battles. There will be new pets that can battle, but it's not all of them by default anymore. Yeah. I think the sad truth of it is that if Blizzard says that not that many people are engaging with pet battles, they're probably right. Like, they know. They have the data. It just kind of is what it is. It's like having your class cut at school because only 4 people are taking it, and even if you really love it, sometimes it's just the end. Will they be cute and whimsical? This is what's important. There are definitely cute new pets coming. I feel like the cozy audience is different to the rage audience. Yeah. I don't really understand how cozy content works. Which, I understand that I'm somewhat adjacent to it, because I like being cozy. But I'm missing something. I don't know. I can't articulate it. I'm 404ing again. Hazel 404. Probably have a stat somewhere about how pet collectors are not exactly pet battlers. I think a lot more people probably collect than battle, and I think a lot of people don't bother with any of it. 5-year streams cozy. It's just, it's not as like, it's not as grabby of like a click-in point as like a rage thing. Or like a FOMO thing, or like an urgency thing. Like if you think about like what makes the popular like YouTube thumbnails, YouTube titles, stream titles, angles to this kind of thing, whatever. I don't need this. Did I do my campaign? There's something that makes you want to find out what's going on. There's like some unanswered question, and the idea is that the content will answer your question for you. And with cozy content, there is no unanswered question. It's kind of, I feel like it is what it says on the tin. So how does it How does it talk people into clicking on it? In a world where everything is yelling at you, how does it work? Raid videos or saved my life on quite a few occasions. Generalization that people use to describe content that makes them feel relaxed. Because I know it's like a whole category. I want to understand what makes things work. And sometimes like I get why I like something, but I don't feel like it should work for more people than me.
I am the prince.
There we go.
How dare you?
Raid videos have saved my life on quite a few occasions. People are tired of the yelling. It's true, but I feel like if you're tired of the yelling, is not the natural thing to do to turn off the computer? You know? Like, I don't know. I'm all twisted. I'm all backwards about it. I should save this for my journal. I should write about this in my diary. Are you hiding in the stable? Hello? Are you under the stable? I think they're under the stable. If I turn off the computer, I have to be alone with my thoughts. That is actually a very valid point. I've noticed that sometimes the bar for content is just, will this occupy me so I don't have to be in my head by myself? Which is a much different bar than, is this any good? Which is fine. Fine by me. Oh, here we go. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year. All you can do is what feels natural for you as an entertainer? Maybe. Opened up TikTok recently, saw a few things, got depressed. Watched YouTube videos of kids opening up Christmas gifts and rich people changing homeless people's lives. Oh. Content is cozy but different. Most cozy content gets on my nerves. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like my content 10 years ago would have gotten on your nerves. Also, clearly I'm not going here because that gate is locked. It's one quality of life thing you haven't seen yet but would like to have implemented. Ooh, I must have something. No, it is down here. Let me wow with this. Quality of life thing. Have not seen yet, would like implemented. Quality of life changes are like my favorite changes to the game. How come I never think of them in advance? There's got to be something that irritates me. Went back to the church, killed Galen again, and he spawned correctly. I think this quest bugs, is what I'm understanding. I don't remember where the church is, though, because I don't remember where I've been 5 seconds ago. Oh, here's a church. This looks churchy. Let's see, can I kill somebody again? Bimsons, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. First Prime sub of 2026. Appreciate it. Loud chewers. People put on our videos because we make friend-sounding noises, satisfies a social urge. I think it's definitely sometimes like outsourcing that social situation vibe without any of the risk or cost or whatever that comes from having actual friends. Not that people that watch content don't have friends. I don't have really like in-person friends. I have a husband. And I think a lot of people in our age group end up in that kind of situation too. Where like you had friends, but then kind of life changes and then you realize that like your little immediate circle is kind of all you got.
We do what the living
I know that I tend to go like long periods of time without interacting with other people socially, and then I like watching people, like you're saying, online, just being people and doing people things to kind of like scratch that itch a little bit. The fact that we don't have a built-in system to locate the decor items. They just need to, they have a built-in system. They just need to like finish it. They need to finish adding sources to the decor items in the journal and add tracking for them. They have something that like, they have the framework there. They just need to make it a lot better.
I am yours to command. None shall oppose you, Death Lord.
No, not quite. There we go. Exactly how it is for us. When I realize I haven't reached out in months, I feel awkward, and then I don't, and then it goes years. will eventually work like the transmog window.
My
Although,
son,
to be fair,
where is
I don't
Galen?
use the transmog
Where
window.
is the
I have
prince who
never
murdered his king?
browsed the in-game well, not
We
never,
took
but
his
like I
life,
don't
my lord.
regularly use the in-game
prince left
transmog
us
feature
little
to figure
choice.
out what mog I want to find and
What
where
has
it is. I
become
know we
of
can do that.
Stormguard?
That's not
Death and ruin.
it's not how I go about it
Time
though.
has not been kind to this place.
Long for skips and BFA raids
Then
gonna
I
be
have
insane doing
failed as
EP
both
for
a
the cold
father
shoulders.
and king.
Yeah, more skips and old content in
Stormguard is
general would
lost,
be
But
nice.
there is still hope for this world. If you will join us. I will do whatever
I don't think about it
takes
unless I'm
to
running that old
preserve
content for
peace
anything in
on
particular
Azeroth.
though. Yeah, I relate to sitting awkwardly or like running out of things to say in a social situation. I feel like I can chat and make conversation for a little bit, and then when I run out, I don't know how to leave. I'm bad at ending conversations without just being rude, because ending a conversation before it reaches its natural end is a bit rude. And I'm terrible at gauging when that is. So you're right, like something that you can just kind of turn on and turn off bypasses that issue. Yeah, Irish goodbye.
I am ready. My heart
There we
still
go, we got
beats
some
with the
followers.
Well met.
Some streams I talk and then I don't for like 5, social battery ran out.
The Ebon Blade will. We do what the living cannot.
Oh, there's a lot going on here. So we can go back. Oh, no, this way. Is the portal on this floor? It is. Oh, there's a Dalaran portal anyway. Windrunner Sanctuary to Orgrimmar. Windrunner Sanctuary. They want me to fly up to Silvermoon for mattress. Boss always says, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea now, and I know that means we're done talking now, please. I used to, when I was walking my dog and I would be chatting with neighbors in my old neighborhood, I used to be like, well, gotta get home and feed the dog. Despite the fact that Moose eats when Moose eats. He is... he's not eating on a schedule. He will eat when he feels like it. But that used to be the thing, like, oh, yeah, gotta get this guy some dinner. I mean, it's true, you'd put it in his bowl. He's just not gonna get to it right away. Back to Undercity one more time. Stumped at how you'd make successful cozy content for YouTube. Yeah. I also feel like something about pursuing cozy explicitly for its own sake negates the cozy. I feel like if you can sense artifice there, the whole thing just gets kind of uncanny and unsettling.
Well met.
You know?
Go with honor, friend.
Is it possible to be too concerned with other people finding you rude? Yes. Obviously. Oh, man. Housing stuff, really cozy. Does Moose do the thing where he takes the kibble and puts it on the floor and decides to eat it 5 minutes
Safe
later?
travels.
No.
Greetings.
That's weird.
Light bless you.
He takes the kibble and he puts it in his mouth. He has to figure out whether or not there's any better suggestions first, though. I feel like this is not the right
Need help?
version of it, but
careful.
she doesn't have an option
King's
for me,
honor.
so I guess I'm just gonna look. The other thing I can do is I can wowhead this quest and see if anyone has this issue. Because I'm pretty sure I'm in the wrong phase, but she didn't want to phase me. Let's try new comments. Speak to Zadormi across the bridge from Dunmodir to Arathi. Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, there's a portal in Acheris. Okay, let's just go back there, and then maybe we, like, leave this for now. I feel like we've done enough. Dog takes it out of the bowl, lays it all over the ground, then we'll go back and clean it up a couple minutes later. When she starts spreading it out, that's when we know she's about to eat it. I I think we discuss tough topics sometimes. I like to imagine your dog just like carpeting your floor with food first. Yeah, Moose will be like, okay, I'm hungry, and he'll come see what we're eating and what we're cooking, and he'll kind of like beg a little bit and like lick his chops and like look longingly at the food, and then if that goes on long enough and we don't give him anything, as is tradition, he'll be like, okay, fine, and he'll let out a huge dramatic huff. He'll go, ugh, and then he'll go eat his food. But he has to like, you know, check to see if there's anything better out there first. Another streamer I used to watch styled her content as low sensory. Particular flavor of cozy, streaming while trying not to wake someone up. Love the dramatic dog sounds. He's so funny because I find him very relatable. He reminds me of me and all of my childish moods. He's a good boy. He's been, the ground was kind of frozen this morning and I let him outside and he was trying to run really fast, but he kept sliding out and I was worried he was going to pull something. Yeah, send that off and away. Very good. Alright. Pet battle, or trading post. I'm gonna pop this character to Dornagal to do gathering weeklies because that's good for trading post credit. That's what I'm doing. Part of what makes it cozy for me is avoiding politics. The rest of the internet is always talking politics. It gets so exhausting so quickly. I also have that feeling. I can't deal with it. One achievement away from the Dark Heart decor in that mount? Nice. 2 dogs have tried numerous dog foods. The one they love is Origin 6 fish dry food. It stinks. Yeah. I've also found smellier dog food to be, they like it more. They like it when it's stinky. I'm going to Dornagal, that's the thing. Stinkier the better. One of Moose's favorite treats, we used to pick him up at a pet store in Victoria, was what we called stinky fishies, and they were just freeze-dried anchovies. Or sometimes there was another type of like little bait fish that was also freeze-dried, same thing, but like, and they smell horrific. They smell so bad. And he loves them. And I would give them to other dogs. Like I would ask owners of other dogs if they could have a treat, and I would tell them what it was. And I would give them to other dogs, and then I would become that neighborhood dog's like favorite person ever. They would run towards me in the street. That was my favorite thing, was bribing everybody else's dog into liking me with like the good stuff.
I understand your frustration.
Come see
Gaora,
Hazel, she's got
but
the
do
good
not
stuff.
rush to conclusions.
Loved that. Missed that. That was fun. I knew some really nice doggies. Pet. Gathering weeklies. Here we go. Hello? Do I not have mining? What are my professions? I had mining. I don't have a second profession. I guess I can take mining. How does this character not have a second profession? What happened? Alright, well, mining it is for the moment anyway. I don't think she can even do the daily because she's not mining like 15 or whatever. Good morning all. Welcome to, or good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to 2026. Good morning, good afternoon, Allison. Dogs talking to each other at the dog park. You gotta see the fish lady. One job in 2026? This must not be the character that I usually do this on because she's really struggling. She does not have this down. Who did it? Was it Ripsy? Was it one of my hunters? I think it was one of my hunters that was doing this. Valeria? She's got urban mining. She just needs enough to be able to do the weekly, that's all. Popping in to wish everyone a happy new year and good day. Happy new year. Good day to you. My husband eats a sardine on his salad several times a week. And oh my god, my kitchen will stink all day. That's what the other type of fish was. It was sardines. It was either sardines or anchovies. Huh.
The cartels are always hiring temp workers to pick
Yeah,
up odd
part of that spreadsheet was supposed to have a profession section as well. I just never pulled the trigger and set that up. Partner likes to pet the neighbor dogs. It's useful. A few months ago, when two huskies escaped from their house in the middle of the night, they came to bark at our garage door, rescued them, returned to their owners. That's really nice. I love meeting people's dogs. I love meeting all the dogs. I like meeting, like, assuming that they're not, like, super reactive to people, in which case I'll allow them to have their space. I'm not going to force myself in a dog. But, like, any dog that is even remotely indifferent to meeting me, I want to meet the grumpy ones. I want to meet the happy ones. I want to meet the ones that jump up on me and try and knock me over. I love all of them. This is for trading post credit. This is clearly not the character that I used for this. What's going on? Who are my alts this expansion again? Was it this one? I think it was this one. I think it was this hunter. I could just, like, pick, like, 10 things and then, like, you don't need to be very far progressed to start doing the weeklies, but I don't think they give them to you right away. Exciting news. The person that was holding my name with the correct current spelling gave it up, so now I can be not currents if I actually leveled it. Nice. Use for what? I just wanted... Yeah, there we go. This one has urban mining leveled up, so she should have easy and full access to the weekly quest. Yeah, hunter number 7! Oh, man. They just keep coming. Okay. Oh wow, her bags are a mess. I may not be getting this done quick today, but it will happen, I swear. At some point for decor, I need to get on some of these alts, do some regular weeklies to stock up on resonance crystals and Kej. There's a bunch of decor that I can buy for those things, and I'm just out of it. There's one decor for Kej, mind you. You don't need very much Kej, but I turned all my Kej into resonance crystals and then realized I was in trouble. So yeah, I just need to do some weeklies, but I haven't been at it. Actually, now is not a bad time to do weeklies, because I bet you at some point along doing it, it would give me trading post credit as well. You know, because like a weekly is probably going to make you do some delves, and it wouldn't be the worst thing, because that's going to also give you a little trading post credit. I do love a double dip. Alright, there's one. Noticed a video of this morning of someone getting Employee of the Month. That dedication is truly bananas. Is it established how it's done? How did they do it? Like, I understand my vibe from like kind of sniffing around it is I don't really understand exactly how you get Employee of the Month, but it sounds way harder than just doing 100 chat lists. Good week to combine all your weeklies with delves. Knock them all out with just a few delves. Yeah. Plus, like low quality delves are really fast. Order up 3 of these. You have to be the person who turned in the most chat lists in the entire region on one character. Oh my god! You don't even keep it either. Right? Like, it's a temporary title. You get, I think, a feat of strength or an achievement or something that you would keep, but, like, I don't even think you keep the thing. Yeah, no, that seems insane. It seems like it would be way easier, like, 5 years from now when no one cares. And not easy, but easier, anyway. Yeah, because you wouldn't know what the most is. That's funny. Alright. Trading post. There we go. We did it. We got some amount of points for doing our gathering weeklies, right? Yes, weekly gathering books. We did it. I just noticed I had a vault. We'll see about that one in another decade or so. Turning in 100 chat lists does not give you the Employee of the Month title, but it does give you the Part-Timer title. And that one you keep regardless. No matter how you get Part-Timer, you keep that. It is becoming increasingly clear again that I may just main Hunter. Nothing feels as comfy. The person who won for November turned in 600 plus lists.
My directive is to serve.
Dear Lord, that's
My
crazy.
thanks for your patronage.
just gold. So, I want to do some pet. Well, you know what? We're on a character. We're in Dornegal. I have enough gear to get by in my life. Let's pick up our
I
weeklies.
attend to the archive.
Titan disc
I will
fragments.
see you in the archive.
Call the World Soul for delves. Because we're
Be
gonna do
strong,
them.
my friend.
And then we'll go pick up the
Your
actual
aid
delve
brings
one.
hope
This should
to
be
us
like a real
all.
nice triple whammy. And I should be able to just kind of do like something real easy. Although, does she have keys? No, she doesn't have keys. Although you don't have to do bountiful delves.
Inquiring minds just got
Hear that?
You know, they
That's
don't
the
have to be
sound of
bountiful, so it can
adventure
be
calling our name.
genuinely anything. I think you get more Titan disc fragments for doing harder delves, though. So clearly, this character needs me to help her with her buttons. So if you just do 3 of them on a bank 1 difficulty, I wonder if that's going to give you enough fragments? Buy keys with the coins. Keys with coins. Gosh, I'm so WoW fried. I don't even know what currency you're talking about. I also don't think it I think she's good. I think she's wearing what she's gonna wear. As long as this gets my Ooh, I don't think I want to do fungal folly. There's got to be a better one than fungal folly. No candles. Earthcrawler mines. You know what a nice fast one is I like doing side street sluice. You can wait 5 minutes for the theater event. I could. I don't think it's worth. Miss running old instances for Mog. Seems to be so many other things going on. I felt like I had to do first. Yeah, I get that. I did not finish Alanira. I am still 7 out of 10. Under coins. I need those for Mog, though, I think. There's Mog sets that you can get for that. I think that's probably more valuable long-term than this. I know I mentioned I'm out of keys, but it's okay. We can be out of keys. I do have the decor from the theater event. I do. I got lucky. I got it on my first try. Hazel, how's things with your house? Are you working on that? They're good. I was poking around at it a little bit yesterday, actually. It's funny. When someone asks me that, I don't know if they mean in real life or in WoW anymore.
Look around.
The best I can do is try to keep the answer the same regardless. I am done with Lemix. There's nothing else that I want. So you come here. We're removing explosives. It was Mr. Delver when I ran it last night. Mine got put on a show through Soul So Breezy. Oh, that's great. Nice. Doing a WoW Cribs type of thing. Cool. Yeah, people are doing some really nice houses. I guess the other thing I need to do with Legion Remix is whenever we get to 1 week left, and I'm kind of trusting you guys to remind me, because someone's going to mention it when it comes time. I just need to log in the last week for an achievement or something. Forget why. It seems easy though. If all I have to do is log into it, I can manage that. Knock off variant swords, but I can't bring myself to do more Lemix. What I actually should do, because we have a few more weeks of it, right? It's not over just yet. Is I should think long and hard over whether I want any more alts. I had some thought about doing a Cultiran Mage to have kind of an extra catch-all for professions that don't have dedicated characters, because Kultirans get a +2 to every profession. Mages are great for profession leveling for decor because it's nice being able to port around everywhere. And a Kultiran mage just sounds kind of cool. Nothing says I have to like know how to play it either with the one button. I could just spec it anything, stick one button on my bar, call it good. But I also kind of feel like I'm done. I kind of feel like I'm done with Legion Remix and leveling. I have so many characters. I must be able to make it all work with what I have now. Cloudy with a chance of infernals. 18 days. What profession are you missing? I think leatherworking, yeah. And tailoring, but like I have tailoring on a character, he just doesn't have a bonus for it, but I think I went through and I did a bunch of it on that character anyways. I do need to do tailoring, actually. Tailoring's got some great decor that I would like. It's got decor that I want. Would you make it a Kultiran, a lady, or a man if you're going to make one? I think I would do a lady this time because I have a male Kultiran. Barnacles is amazing. And I think male Kultiran models a little better than the female Kultiran models, but I would like to try again, I think. I like their ponytails. Thought the same about Alt, and then I created a gnome DK, and now I want to play it more. Any advice? Leveling crafting profession seems expensive. It is, yes. The way that I'm justifying the expense of it is I'm comparing what it would cost me to buy the pieces of decor that I'm learning how to craft if I was to just get them on the auction house. And even with prices coming down, that is almost always still more gold than it cost me to level the profession. So like if you level the profession and then maybe you make an extra piece of decor to sell, that can usually, selling one, maybe two pieces of decor can generally cover the cost you spent to get it leveled. And then you have the bonus of being able to make yourself more copies whenever you want, either to sell or just to have in your house. That's how I justify it. In terms of tips, I'm trying to, whenever possible, use an alt for the profession that has a racial that matches that profession. So you could use a Blood Elf for enchanting. I used a Nightborn for inscription. There's two options for blacksmithing. There's various profession racials that will give you a +5, and that can actually save you a decent chunk of gold while you're leveling because it lets you make lower difficulty recipes for more points, which sometimes can save you a lot of gold. Not every profession has that, but like we were saying, Kultirans get a +2 to everything, so if you're thinking about having an alt just for professions and you're not sure what to make it, or like there's no matching profession racial, Kultirans are like a really nice option. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year. Decor does have patterns. They are generally just learned on the trainer, and you need to have your profession skill up 3/4 of the way, generally, to be able to learn them, but you just get them on the trainer. The exception is Draenor recipes, because all Draenor recipes are acquired through the Secrets of Draenor crafting daily thing. Like you make an item, you make a book that you use to buy a recipe. So for Draenor professions, you just do that. It's really cheap, but you're time gated to 1 recipe per day, which is fine, not so bad. This story sucks. I'm not doing this stuff more than once. This is not fast. I need to stop making monks, for I have my old Legion main, a monk transmogged as Master Roshi, and a monk transmogged as VI from Arcane when the Clockwork Gauntlets were on the trading post. I know some of those words. Maxed leatherworking the other day, and I learned I hate leveling crafting professions. Armor crafting professions I'm scared of. I've been kind of doing everything but armor crafting professions. Blacksmithing is the one I think I fear the most, because cloth and leather tend to be cheaper materials to work with because they are grindable in a way that doesn't require nodes. It requires mob spawns, which are easier to brute force. Oh, thanks for the bits, Rock Puzzle Drums. If you care about getting all the recipes, sometimes matters what class you make. But not for decor. That's if you're trying to get all recipes in general for a total profession, which some people might be interested in, but those people probably already knew that. I think most people are just kind of trying to have like basically what I've been doing, just to get the decor recipes. I can't be the only one that's not even leveling it past the decor part. If anything, I'm getting extra skill points by making the decor. This is what I get for skipping any bombs. Midnight, we'll just go with gathering professions, sell everything on the auction house. There's not a thing wrong with that. If it works, it works. Leveling tailoring. Oh yeah, it is bandages, isn't it? I did a few. I did Pandaria tailoring because I really wanted something that they made. I forget what it was. But I like skipped ahead to do Pandaren tailoring. 88% on the boss. I thought this was going to be such a fast one to blow through because I need to do 3 delves on this character. Oh, there's some more. I'll probably pick different ones after this. I gotta figure out what the fast story is for today. Good way to farm resonance crystals. Spent mine, amounts and stuff. Need to get more. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. Doing War Within weekly quests. And if you have alts, you can repeat them. That's going to be your fastest resonance crystal gain. You get about 900 resonance crystals from a weekly box. And you can get 3 of them, especially like if you have an alt that hasn't done them in 3 weeks, they can bank up to 3 weeklies. You can go do all of them. And you can do that on every character. So if you pick them all up in Isle of Dorn, or in Dornegal rather, you go see Bran and then the 2 people by the table. You can get that, and then you can just kind of smack through some low-level delves theoretically quickly. it's going poorly for me, but and that can get all 3 of them done. These pinnacle caches are the thing. Also, another way to get resonance crystals, if you happen to have lots of Kej, perhaps from doing weeklies in your career up to this point, you can trade Kej for resonance crystals at a vendor, I think called Kamuko, in Ajkahet, in the city there, or in the little main hub. I'll get you a, you can trade it. Bear in mind, if you're gonna do that, there is 1 piece of decor you can get for Kej directly. I didn't get that, and I traded all my Kej, and now I have to get more Kej. But you also get Kej in the same way with caches. Okay, so we've done 1 weekly, just by doing that. And if we do 2 more of any delve, we can get these other 2 done. And I think it'll be faster because we're going to pick a different delve, because this one sucked. Normally Side Street Sluice is nice and fast, but this was not so good. Maybe we'll pick one in the Ringing Deeps. Why don't we do that? Earthcrawl if it has the mole machines fast. Nightfall Sanctum maybe? Yeah. I'm just gonna run into one. As long as it's not Fungal Folly and it's not the one that I just did, and it's not Excavation Site 9, I think we're fine. Even Excavation Site I feel like is not bad as long as you don't have the babysit the drills one. Selling decor's gotten old. A lot of people keep bringing the prices down. Not as fun anymore. I don't like that decor is server specific. Made so many alts just to check the auctionist for cheap decor. Yeah. There's a whole cottage industry of buying cheap decor on the servers that have it priced the lowest, and then selling it on other servers for higher values. It's a whole thing. A nightly quest. Well, we can try Excavation Site 9. It's not the juicy one. Can't take longer than however long it took me in the one that I just did. Can't possibly be worse than that. No, don't teleport me! No! Whoops. But I am right. This is giving me trading post credit at the same time. And it's gonna be good. It's also good gold. That's the other thing that you get. Is doing these... No, don't do it again! Don't do it again! Doing these weeklies gives you gold! You can get a few thousand gold from each cache, so it's a nice quick way to get some raw gold if you wanted it. Who doesn't want it? I almost did the exact same thing twice. Holy mackerel. Class hall upgrades are slowly coming along. So many resources needed. Yeah, I'm pretty out. I'm not quite out, but I'm pretty close. I need to just be doing Legion World Quests, but I know there's a point in the campaigns where they make you do world quests. They take off my... Why did they... When did I equip a Shard of Azzinoth? The Delve didn't do this to me, did it? Give me my gun. remember this story. Spent all my gold on furniture. I made enough gold leveling or selling furniture in the first couple of days to feel like I'll still be in the green even if I spend a bunch of gold like leveling professions to make more. My favorite joke to come out of Remix, Legion enjoyers when asked to do 10 world quests. I love Legion world quests. They're so refreshing compared to modern world quests. They're so straightforward and easy, generally anyways. I think they should go back to that. There's a quality of life change. Give me back one boss world quests again. What was wrong with them? They're very quick. That and then like a traditional emissary model. I liked that much better than the special assignment situation that we have here. Yeah, exactly, emissaries. The BFA and Legion emissaries I found so nice and satisfying. I liked them a lot. This is kind of a funny delve story. We're finding the snuffle hounds to escort them. There's another one. Special assignment. Yeah, the modern version, the War Within version of emissaries is those kind of locked big world quests that you see in zones in the War Within, where you have to do a handful of world quests in the zone to be able to do it, and then you can do it and you can get a special chest. That's kind of their current answer for what emissaries are, but you can't even, like, you don't even see them until you go out into the zone. Emissaries used to be great because you would log in, you would see it on your map. You would see it on your map right from the city. You know exactly where they wanted you to go. They were also, I feel like, more rewarding. They didn't make you do any extra steps. Like the pinnacle caches could proc more gold, but the crush ones are... all the weekly caches can have a chance to proc extra gold. You can get it even from the regular, like the Titan fragment one. Every now and then I'll have an alt that does that and gets like, what is it, 14k? Some insane amount of gold. Just often enough to make it feel nice. I like the Dragonflight and War Within events, but I don't like how many of them are timed or how they are timed.
Nice fight!
Yeah. I'm kind of over the public event thing. If it was me, I would just stick one of them in every expansion, call it good. I don't need them every patch. I certainly don't need as many of them as we have. Track somewhere. I feel like Soup was really fun, and then they just did it way too much. They found one thing that works and then they beat it into the damn ground. Undermine was awesome except for the Surge Weekly. I find the Surge Weekly just, it's not hard, but it's just finicky. You have to be on at the right time. You have to have, so depending on how many people are active, you have to get a mission completed in like the first window, otherwise it can be very hard to reach the second one if you're on an empty shard. And then sometimes it's really frustrating because like shipping and handling is still so buggy that you can be all ready to turn in a mission, but then it like breaks, and by the time you troubleshot it, you've missed your chance. It's just not a fun experience. Shipping and handling in general, I like the basic premise of it. Something about the rewards on it didn't quite hit with me though. I feel like I wanted it to be a tiny bit more rewarding for doing the jobs. Heading up the hill. Still in Undermine so much, it's one of my favorite end zones ever. I think it's my favorite patch zone since Nazjatar. The Nazjatar Mechagon patch I felt like was really good. Both of those were great zones. A year ago, I watched the Evelyn doc. Still mad that doc wasn't nominated for an Oscar. Do documentaries get Oscars? Is that a thing? I always figured it would be different awards. Although awards are kind of, I'm not saying meaningless, but they're not exactly objective measures of merit. Funny how people's preferences vary so wildly. I personally hated Undermine. You're not alone either. I know a bunch of people did. Some of our regulars here like boycotted it because they were not vibing with it. Got my 8th shard while gathering lumber. Nice. Kind of miss the quest clusters from BFA. Their answers to invasions from Legion. All in one place, not scattered all over the place. Let's see. I liked the middle patch BFA end zones better than the end ones. The corrupted Vale and corrupted Uldum I could have done without. That wasn't too bad. Obligatory Zareth Mortistan message. Yeah, that one was great. I like that a lot. Bags are all full of garbage over here. Yeah, let's go do that one. Didn't care for the corrupted zones. Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year, Graether. Zareth Mortis was such a pretty zone. I liked Protoform Synthesis a lot. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. Some of the puzzles weren't my thing, but that's not their fault. That's just me kind of sucking at the puzzles. I thoroughly enjoyed that we could have our Pokepoke smash the puzzles. That was excellent. Actually, you know, why am I flying? Why are we flying? We have a Delve-O-Bot that will just take us to a Delve. Don't care which. Korthia after the patch was sick. Yeah, Korthia even, like, I don't remember when it was that they got some hotfixes into it, but it was great once they'd kind of sorted out some of the problems. The trouble was that launch Korthia was horrific. It was so bad. A lot of people missed the last patch of Shadowlands because of the scandal. Yeah.
You have come to the right place.
It was a great raid, too. Corrupted zones were something they made up quickly to put an end to the train wreck that was BFA. I liked BFA. It wasn't getting good press at the time, though. BFA was not beloved in its age. Not like Dragonflight was. I liked it, though. That was great. Collecting Black Blood. Do I just walk in through it, or do I need to use a thing? That's what we're doing. So as long as we remember to use the thing, we're gonna be fine. Go for another 14-hour Maw Conduit grinding sesh. Maw Conduits. The Maw was not my favorite. Glad I didn't care about gearing in BFA. It was a great expansion to be kind of like a casual. If you weren't fussed about being on the cutting edge of stuff, and you didn't feel a need to min-max, it was awesome. I liked Island Expeditions a lot. I still need to do some of them, actually. I need more doubloons for some. I need to get doubloons and buy. There's a piece of decor for doubloons, not balloons. Doubloon balloons. I was only bad on launch, pretty okay now that it's not timed. It's better now that you can mount up and that you don't have kind of the Eye of the Jailer situation. But even so, they pissed me off so much with the addition of like a daily world quest area where it was elite and you would pretty much die in there if you weren't in a group, but if you got into a group in LFG you would be phased from them unless you went all the way back up to Oribos, then made your group, then went to the zone. It was so dumb. I don't know if I will ever forgive them for that. It's incredibly unintuitive. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't usually want my outdoor questing content to be group designed. I feel like if I'm gonna play with a group, there's plenty of instance content for me to do. If I'm out in the world questing and kind of doing my chores, I want to be able to do them by myself. And if you're really gonna make me do them in a group, I want to be able to pick it up in LFG. I do not want to have to arrange my party in Oribos. It was not nice. Yeah, I've already forgotten, I think, more than I ever knew about Korthia. I like the thing you're saying about conduits vaguely rings a bell, but I don't. I'm not really up on it. That's okay. One thing they've done a couple times that I don't love in outdoor zones is the second phase. They did it in Korthia with like the shadow phase with the rares, and then they did it again, of course, in Koresh with phase diving. Don't love that. Find it kind of confusing, kind of fiddly. Not there's the cool factor holds no water with me. It's just annoying. It's funny to me to this day how many people, when fighting the world boss, will just kind of sit and wait for him to not be phased. Yeah, the Koresh version wasn't as bad, but it still wasn't fun for me. I did not like it. I did not find that it added anything positive to the zone. Thought it would be like phase diving, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Or you thought you would like the phase diving. All of Koresh feels a little bit empty to me. The whole thing feels a little just cobbled together. Doesn't have a lot of life, and which is fair. It's like a hostile alien space situation, but now I'm trying to think, are all of the last patch zones, so if you think of like the last sort of content patch zone added to an expansion, do they all feel like a little rushed to you? I'm kind of going back. Not the Timeless Isle. The Timeless Isle was glorious. But Tanan Jungle, what was after WoD? In BFA, we had the corruption zones that we talked about. Zereth Mortis was great. But I guess my problem is with Tanan Jungle, Koresh, and the corruption zones. They just kind of felt like a little bit hurried. Argus, yeah. Well, I don't know if I don't think Argus was rushed. I think I just didn't like it. It felt like a lot of love put into something that was not for me. Amirdasil? Amirdasil I thought was nice. I didn't love the hourly event. I forget what they called it, but the one where you follow the tree around for like 30 minutes. Took way too long. Koresh felt rushed, had flight paths clipping through asteroids, no pet battles or flight races. Yeah, Koresh kind of felt like someone was trying to like get their homework done at the last minute. As a lifelong procrastinator, I can recognize it. Or at least that's the vibe it gave off. I don't know. Super Bloom, that's what they called them. Super Blooms just took too long. There was no real reason for you to be there for most of it. I would habitually show up 15 minutes late to it just to try to like quickly get my bloom and tag the end boss. It was kind of a waste of time to be there for the whole thing. I miss the rare spawn mechanic of Timeless Isle. They've tried to replicate it a lot over the years, and in basically all the other zones I feel like it doesn't work out so well, especially when people can fly. They've really tried that. Mechagon had that. You had rare spawn emotes in... Oh yeah, I don't have a coffer key. Anyway, 3 delves at rank 1, bountiful or not, definitely gets you your weeklies done. Morning, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Dougie Fresh. Good morning. I thought Koresh pet battles would come later once we restored the fauna and the oasis, but I guess not. Alright. Gosh, her bags are upsetting to everybody. Let's turn these in. I want to see how many resonance crystals I get for a trio of weeklies here. So I'm going to turn them all in. We'll go turn in the Delve one and our pick fragments.
Lamplighter.
Ready and right
Trainer
behind
with
you,
that.
Dad. Thank you for accompanying us, champion.
Pinnacle cache, pinnacle cache. Yeah, I guess they're the same cache, aren't they? Having a white New Year's, and I am grouchy about this fact. You want to eat? Is the meta to have a white Christmas and then to have the snow melted by New Year's? I gotta take my Christmas stuff down today. I'm over it. Christmas is over. It's 2026. Get that tree back in the box.
Another puzzle to solve? I'll contemplate
no
what we
snow.
talk.
At the Titan's command.
Alright, so let's pop these open. We get 1,600 gold, 900 crystals, 450 cash. Oh, transmog. And then another 1,600 gold. Yeah, 900 crystals, 450 cash. Sometimes you get lucky, you proc extra gold. But the crystals and cash are pretty standard. I'm not mad at the gold, honestly. Go dunk it in the war bank. Husband doesn't let us touch the tree until January 5th. It's an oddly specific date. I've had years where I take it down on Boxing Day. I don't always leave it up until New Year's. One of my favorite New Year's Eves was when I was fishing for Otto the Audic mount. Oh, that was a cute one. I was coming here. I was going to pop by the bank. So, 2,700 resonance crystals. I can get some decor, I'm sure.
Supply of goods for outlanders.
Oh, whatever add-on I had that used to auto-deposit gold in my warbank, I guess is turned off right now. Let's just dunk like, I don't know, 8k there.
Return.
5th of January, Epiphany. Oh. Yeah, never decorate. Problem solved. It's the 12th day of Christmas. Oh. Wish we had snow. I wanted it to snow more than it did. It snowed sporadically here, but it always rained after and washed it away, so it never built up. Which I should be thankful for because it meant I wasn't shoveling. But I don't know. I just wanted it to snow. I'm sure I'll regret that eventually. I'm going to take a short break. I will be right back. Hello, I'm back. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I had to move my laundry. Here we go. I had some new clothes and socks and stuff that I had been wanting to wear that I got for Christmas, and I've been trying to wash them first, and I hadn't got around to it. And then the fact that it's the 12th day of... No, I guess it's not quite the 12th day yet. Anyways, it's been a few days since Christmas. Okay, so I just did 3 weeklies to get gold and resonance crystals and cash. I'm going to take that resonance crystals and cash, and I'm going to do some shopping, and I might do a pinnacle cache while I'm in... A wriggling pinnacle cache while I'm in Koresh, because I need more pets from them. And all of this is hopefully good for trading post points too. Because it's 10:30 a.m. We are halfway through our stream. And how far am I through my trading post bar? Very good. Okay. 220 out of 1,000. Nearly there. Any second now. Let me pull all of the resonance crystals. I'm not even sure exactly how many I need to get everything, but 6,800 is all I have to my name, so that's what we got. Do I need more? Should I do that all again, but on this character? I don't know, it took me a little bit. I mean, I think I successfully found out which delves suck. I would probably just do Bountiful Delves if I was going to do it again, because this character has keys, and because I needed to open Bountiful chests for, an achievement progress. Oh yeah, and I have the World Blood Research one. Okay. Let me pop down to Ajkahet and buy the thing for Kedge. I'm sure I have enough Kedge now. How much do we have? 3,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's enough. I think it was only like 1,500 or 2,500 or something small. We can use Homebound to find the vendor. Why don't I have a fairy dragon hunter pet? Love the model. There's a couple of colors of them too, I think. Did a hiker on 8.5k feet last night? Didn't even need spikes. That sounds like quite an adventure. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I'm heading towards the city. But Homebound, vendors, Kazalgar, or specifically... What do you have? Oh, PvP stuff. Pado has different things that he gives. Oh, I do need the Veldraken Channeler. For some reason I thought I didn't. I need to do his quest. Keep up with it. Sitch Lowdown has... Oh, I didn't get this crate. I guess I decided I was good. I need it though. It's decor that I need. Sarik has... And Tazavesh. Yeah, this is the Tazavesh stuff. There's so much of it. I need lots of crystals. All this Koresh stuff is expensive. But no, that's not what I meant. There was another vendor. I swear. A Kej one. Hang on. It was in the city. Kej decor vendor. Why don't I see it in my homebound list? Did he finish doing the Isle of Dorn shard thing? No, I'm still at 7 out of 10. Yeah, I don't know if I have on here for some reason. Maybe I did it with a different add-on. Oh, you know what I could do maybe? Let me try to find it in the actual decor catalog. Searching Kej does not help. It was some kind of books. Let's filter to uncollected only. Oh, I don't know if it was called books though. Tome of Draenei Faith. Oh, that's one of the Soleo books. I'm gonna lose my mind. What's the next best way for me to figure this out? It was definitely a vendor. It was over here. I don't really want to install decor vendors again.
The pale weave lashers continue to oppress the citizens of the Silken Ward.
The Dragonblight had elite benches, the one next to Sapphire on
pick on the weak.
I'm not gonna remember where in the city it was though. Let's go to Wowhead and let's pull up Kej in general. And we're gonna say we're gonna look at the list of things you can buy for it. Currency for 138 things. We're gonna sort by type. Companions, consumables, cooking recipes, decor. There it is. Kahedi Scribes Records. This is my detective work. Kahedi Scribes Records. Sold here. In-game map pin. That's what I need. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. I remembered almost. I was nearly there. Oh, spooky music. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. I do need this, don't I?
What brought you here?
Yeah, 1500 cash for one of these. Kind of tempted to buy 2. Maybe I'll want extra books. I could trade this for resonance crystals, though. I'm gonna need lots of those, too.
Farewell, then.
Okay. And then, let's go. I can't believe how many resonance crystals I'm gonna need. We should go buy some decor in Koresh. It wouldn't take me that long to grind out the rest of it if I really sat down and put my mind to it. It's just because I feel like I should have this already. I wouldn't have spent as many resonance crystals as I did on transmog sets from the dude over here, Ogion or whatever, those civilian sets. I wouldn't have bought them if I had thought ahead and thought about maybe they're gonna add decor for resonance crystals. It didn't occur to my tiny little brain. Spark of the thought did not happen. But here we are. So, Homebound says this vendor is Omsarik in Tazavesh. Right click should add a map pin for us. This way. 1 weekly 900. Yeah, and I have like tons of characters. And they can do 3 weeklies in basically like one big go. It's just not as fast as I want it to be, I guess. I don't know. I wanted it to be done. I want to see how much. Here, we'll buy as much as we can, and then we'll see how much is left.
Wealth can solve any problem. Your patronage is quite appreciated.
Oh, thanks.
Let's go to see our ethereal
Okay,
kid
so yeah.
again.
800. Yeah, 1 weekly is basically a piece of decor, with the exception of the warp cannon, which, let's admit it, is the best one. Is 2,000. Let's start there.
May you succeed in your endeavors.
Let's get the warp cannon.
We have toiled
No, there's one more crate I need from Undermine. It's 450 crystals. But I think we're not going to get it right now. I think we're going to want the portal. I mean, I want all of it, so I don't know why I'm being so picky. Yeah, okay.
Always
Maybe
a
I'll buy it.
pleasure.
Well, we'll get more decor though.
A deal is just another kind of oath.
One more platform, one portal. The exposed pipes are the cool ones. What's crazy is that people might want to use these pieces to build stuff. Heaven forbid. And they need to spend 800 crystals each for each chunk of it. Yeah, one more. Yeah, the exposed one. Seen a room filled with those already. Bunch of crystals. Some people probably have a stockpile of crystals either from just being much more diligent than me about doing all their weeklies, or second option, they could have. What's this? I don't know. Second option, they could have not been spending them in the first place. Spaceship House used a lot of this stuff. Especially if you were using your crystals to collect Mog before. Or like all of the toys and the mounts and stuff, there's a bunch of them. What do you want?
Only the finest.
I don't know for what this is. I'm gonna do a Wriggling Pinnacle Cache. I want a chance at another bet. Last week I finally got a new one. I was so pleased. And I want to do it again. Haven't spent anything. I have 100k. I wonder if they're going to nerf the gold that you get for doing these weeklies once midnight comes out. I bet you they will.
There you are. Good. There are many.
I feel like if I was going to do it, now is kind of a good moment.
Please see to their completion.
Is this guy up? Someone kill him? His portal's up, but he's not up. Woohoo. Didn't get a cache for the last couple weeks. This week was a dupe. Yeah, I definitely, I think I skipped 1 week. But I wanna get back on this. Because I still need, I think, 4 things? 5 things? Quite a few. Yeah, I'm exactly right where you are. I'm also refusing to buy the ones that I am missing. I can, if I get down to like 2, maybe 3, I will consider it. I don't want to do 4 or 5 though. It's too many. I feel like I should be able to get closer. I totally get being stuck on 1 pet left. Like, that, in that situation, getting duplicates makes sense to me. Okay, let me find out how many new items I have available as an option. And then I can run the prediction again if anyone's trying to gamble their channel points on whether or not we're going to get a dupe this week. So, 2, 4... There's 5 things that I don't have. Pet-wise. There's 5 options that would all be new. I don't remember out of how many. But it's going to take me a minute. Give it 5 minutes. The Oasis was alright. This was my favorite section of Koresh. It felt like the quests were structured a little funny though. They made a big deal about like collecting and recruiting all these species, but it didn't really feel like you were unlocking things as you did that. You know, you had the option to get, you had the possibility to get any of the rewards from the beginning, just from the weekly cache. You didn't have to do any unlocking for that. There was an achievement. There was some reason, it was part of the meta achievement to get everything recruited. It was just, yeah, it was just set up in a way that was a bit funny. You would expect the questing with the individual animals to be more impactful than it was. Odds are 50-50. You either get it or you don't. Oh, what do you think it's gonna be? Care to put any channel points on it? Happy New Year! Happy New Year! What are your guys' hopes and dreams for 2026? What do you got on your bingo card? I realize those are different questions, but all answers are valid. Here's my 700 bites anyway. Trying to pick out the fastest and easiest weeklies to do here. Get our thing done as quick as possible. Finish the insulation in my upstairs attic so the winter isn't so chilly. Nice. Are you doing it yourself? That's cool. Find more ways to give back to my friends and community. Aw. Good job, please. Dear Santa. Buy my first car? Getting on wheels. Do I have to beat this thing? No, I just have to run the race. Also, I understand this is not the fastest route, but at least this way I won't get lost. Keep up with the garden better. It is very naturalistic. You know, some people pay professionals good money to help rewild garden spaces. There's apparently lots of good reasons to do that. You're just doing it efficiently. You're not neglecting, you're rewilding. Honeybees. Tannerine, thank you very much for the 42-month reset. Plan for this year is to raise my blood pressure by making it the year of PvP. Oh, wow. Are you gonna play your priest? Because I feel like that takes something that is already stressful and, like, takes it up a notch. Oh, man, I like it. One thing for me this year is I should try to get over my fear of driving again, get my license. Oh, man, when I was doing that, I feel like it took me a couple of years to, like, build. I was studying, like, the manual of, like, things that you would like have to know to get like through the exam that gives you your learner's permit. I studied that for I think 2 years. I remember getting a new edition of it downloaded because they come out with them every year in Oregon, and I had not worked up the nerve to actually go and get my learner's permit, so I just kept studying for it. And it turns out that if you study for it for 3 years, you will know it inside and out. And you will pass your learner's permit exam very easily. Or at least the Oregon one anyway, it was, I was mildly over-prepared just because my anxiety wouldn't let me pull the trigger until much later than when I probably could have gone and done it. Thinking of switching to the best pre-spec, aka disc. Kidding aside, thinking holy shorter queues. Are you just thinking of working on like vicious mounts and achievements and stuff? Or are you thinking of like trying to push rating for rating goals? Because I feel like that would be a factor too. At least get my license, don't know how much driving I'll actually do. Got my driver's permit once, just let it expire. Yeah. I need to drive myself around a little bit more. I've gotten a little too cozy. I don't have to go very far here. I just stay home a lot. Something I like though is driving yourself someplace that you really want to go that is like just kind of just for you, you know, like you can. Something kind of fun about that. Yeah, no, driving anxiety sucks. See, so he says procrastination doesn't pay off. Yeah, I can't say I haven't done anything for my life in the last 10 years. I did get a license. I can drive. And I have yet, you know, because I've had a license for how long now? How long ago did I get it? 2020? I think I got it in 2020. So it's been 6 years. 5 years-ish. No tickets. Never pulled over. The only thing I ever hit was that gate at the vet's office. Didn't even have to get insurance involved. No big deal. I had to call BCAA a couple times for things, but that's fine. That's just cars. Ambitious amounts and achievements. Hopefully get 1800. If I get 1800, might switch classes. Need to get in on every class eventually. Didn't hit the gate hit you. It was on wheels. It was just a bad day. No good, very bad day. I did trade in my Oregon license for a BC one. I did. I was just barely over the threshold where I didn't need to redo the tests, and I was able to just get a full BC license by trading in my Oregon one. If I had moved any earlier, I would have had to get an L, and I did not want to do that. I was not looking forward to that, because that would have meant like another 2 years of having a permit and then like another road test. And I don't know this for sure because I never ended up doing a BC road test, but I think they're harder than the Oregon one. The Oregon one was very easy. It was a little concerning. Maybe it was just my instructor, but it was chiller than it maybe should have been. What got me over my driving anxiety was having a Jamaican behind the wheel teacher who kept telling me to step on it, Grandma, and as a teenager that was more traumatizing than the driving. Yeah, Canada road test much harder. I bet they are. Yeah, the thing that usually makes me feel a bit better about driving is just doing it. I need to have something that makes me get out and drive regularly, and then I start to feel better about it. I didn't like driving, and I still don't love doing it in the dark, but I didn't like driving the Malahat, which is kind of a mountain that like cuts off Victoria and the greater Victoria area from like the rest of the island. I did not like driving that for years, but then when I started house hunting, I started driving it a lot because I needed to go see house showings and I really wanted a house. And it just kind of took the edge off. I don't mind it so much anymore.
Oh, good.
Did you have to parallel park for your Oregon test? No. They never asked, and I thought they might because they technically can ask. So I drilled it. I practiced, and they never asked. And now I don't think I could do it anymore because I haven't parallel parked since I was practicing for my Oregon exam. I just don't do it. So, hopefully it never comes up. I don't think it will. I just don't park anywhere where I'm gonna need to parallel park. I can go the rest of my life and never mess with that. I need to do another quest. One of these we need to do.
Hey there, friend.
We can wash some birds, I guess. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I've done that's like mostly done here. Gave me confidence in driving was having to drive in downtown Los Angeles, faced by fear of city driving. Wild. Driving still freaks me out a little bit because in a lot of cases anxiety is sort of like a fear of something that seems much bigger and scarier and more dangerous than it actually is. And driving anxiety is a fear of something that is very real and could kill you or ruin you financially through things that could be but are not limited to your fault. It's different than being afraid of like social situations and that you might actually die. And that's something I have a very hard time reconciling. I don't like how casually everybody else takes it. It stresses me out. But something that I tell myself, like, because sometimes when I'm driving, I'm like, oh my god, if I sneezed or like had a seizure or something and spun myself into oncoming traffic, I would be so dead so quickly. That's upsetting. I don't love that. But then I think, well, if I was walking as a pedestrian along the side of the road, and again, like I spasmed and fell into traffic, you would also be very dead. Like there are many situations that you're in regularly where you would die dramatically and graphically at a moment's notice if you do the wrong thing, but I don't mind being a pedestrian. I've been a pedestrian for years. You just don't go in the road, you know? Like, people seem to manage to stay within their lines. Generally speaking, it shouldn't... Just because it could go very badly doesn't mean that it's going to. And good awareness goes a long way. Solution, don't go outside. You just jinxed it. Gonna have to parallel park soon now. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm really good at sniffing out, like, I don't live in a place that has that much parallel parking. There's some in the city, but the thing about the city is that I've gotten good at sniffing out either the parking garages, which I don't mind, or just like a park with a parking lot. And then I'll walk. I am not opposed to parking far away and then walking in order to park someplace that does not stress me out. So that's usually what I do. When I lived in the city, I got very used to where all my best places to park, where all my favorite places to park to get to my different locations. And which route I would have to take there so I wouldn't be taking any spooky lefts that you couldn't see through very well. You know how some people get their driver's license? I need people to put down the phones. It can wait. Whatever it is, it can wait. Fastest thing. We're washing birds. We're washing the Domineer and Kuroks. That's what we're doing. We're halfway through washing the Kuroks. Are you... You look dead. I don't think you need a bath. I think you need a... What's that thing where you shock somebody back to life? Clear. There's a word for it. It's escaping me right now. Defib. Yeah, they need a defib. Exactly. A defibrillator. It's a fun word. Used to have a little hatchback. It was so much easier to park than the minivan thing we have now. Yeah. My old car was really tiny. It wasn't like a smart car, but it was a subcompact. Mine right now, it's not huge, but it's not as tiny as my old car, and I miss it. I used to be able to squeeze that thing in anywhere. I think the thing that gets a lot of people over kind of everyday driving anxiety is either the invincibility of youth for people that are just confident teenagers that just kind of gets them through the early part until they have enough experience where they're good with it, or having to drive for a commute will do it too. Like if you have to drive to work every day, which is the case for lots of people, then that will at least teach you how to drive to places like your commute. It's when you're in a situation like me where you can kind of get away with not driving most of the time, you don't have to do it that often, that's when your anxiety is going to last a ton of time, because the only thing that really takes it down is exposure. Alright, let's turn in the bird thing, and let's find out whether or not I'm getting a new pet from this cache or not.
You got anything
Up in the big rocks are more birds.
My expectations for you have been exceeded.
Alright, drum roll!
You have my thanks.
We got a Xanthus Siphon Mite, which is a big fat duplicate. Wah. Wah. Apologies to the believers. No luck for me today, my boys. Yeah, that happens. Happens for the best of us. Do I have enough crystals? I do. I'm gonna buy that thing that I'm missing from Undermine. It's kind of driving me nuts now that I've noticed it. The racial profession passive save you some gold when you're leveling the profession. How much gold it saves varies wildly depending on which profession it is and what the map prices are doing, but especially now when map prices are often very expensive because lots of people are leveling professions for decor, it can help. I'm not doing it for every single profession. Some professions that I already had in a character that didn't have the racial, I'm just leveling them normally. But I won't lie to you, it's super nice. Half the list for that week, we still get duplicates. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I guess I should look and see how much it would cost. There's part of me that wants to just buy them and get it over with, but I still need 5. It's too many. Boo. Max profession, all expansions. Not maximum, but the level required to craft decor, yes. For all professions, for all expansions. That's kind of the operation. So, like, in a profession that has 100 points, they want you to get 80 of them to be able to make the decor. So I'm heading down here. Sounds fun. Yeah! It's kind of nice because it's a very well-organized grind. It's very easy to carve off a bit of it and be like, I'm just going to work on enchanting. And then be like, I'm just going to work on BFA enchanting or whatever it may be. There we go. One open rust-plated storage crate for me. Decor that we need. And then we're getting resonance crystals for weeklies. But let's see how we're doing on trading posts. We made it to 320. My beautiful plan is not going as well as I thought it might be. I'm kind of partway through some of these things. I thought maybe doing these weeklies and the delves and stuff would get me more. How do we get me more? World quests, bountiful delves. I mean, if we do a little bit more, let me use a delve bot. 12. Because this character's got that same round of weeklies. And 3 weeklies basically means 3 new pieces of decor. Just for doing 3 delves. That's a pretty good ratio. It'd be so much better if they used a token system to eliminate that RNG. Yeah, or just put dupe protection on it. But, nope. In theory, you could sell your duplicates, assuming that you're getting duplicate pets and not a duplicate mount, and I have gotten a duplicate mount before, which I don't recommend, it's not good. But if you sell your dupe pets, you could take that gold and use it to bind a dupe from someone else, in theory. Best practice would be to use Undermine Exchange to figure out who's selling the ones that you need the cheapest. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just want to do it when I have like 3 left, not 5. I feel like I can get at least a couple more. Interesting to put everything at 80. I appreciate it. I feel like it's the right amount. It still feels like you're leveling the profession, but often those last couple of points are the worst ones. So I feel like it's a nice quality of life thing to be able to make the decor at 80%. Plus, it also kind of adds another way to level through those final points. Because you get skill ups for making decor. Yeah, you could find someone to trade you 1 for 1. I don't know how easy or hard that would be to do. I think the percentage of overall WoW people that are logged on looking at trade chat at any given time may not have that many people that are working on that grind. Hard to say though. Speaking of crafting, when I do get back to it, professions, enchanting. We had worked our way back. We were going to start Northrend enchanting. You can make the postal portal. You can make a little dollar on mailbox looking thing. That's cute. Happy New Year. Thank you for being you, doing all the videos for us in the WoW community. You are appreciated. That's That's true, actually. I mean, are either of you missing a Xanthus Siphon Mite? I keep getting that one. We could start like a Pokemon card trading ring. It's you, me, and Ailey. And anyone else is doing it, but... Do you have all yours? Thank you for being you, doing all the videos for us in the WoW community. You are appreciated. Because usually when I end up selling them, I end up just selling them kind of cheap. Because I just want to get rid of them. Just be looking at them now. I would trade it for... Gosh, I would have to pull up my list again of which ones I need. Yeah, I need a Copper Lap Bug, a Graceful Cosmic Ray Pup, an Impartial Watcher, a Shimmering Inch Shifter, and a Vitriolic Inch Shifter. Those are the 5 that I don't have. And I have 1 Xanthus Siphon Mite to trade. For any of those 5, if anyone had a dupe. Because I'd rather trade it to one of you guys than just chuck it on the auction house again. Gotten like 4 shimmerings. I feel like the ones that I keep getting, I get a lot of Cyan Siphon Mites. And I've had this Cosmic Ray Pup a couple times as well. The Thorntails I don't tend to get too many copies of. Hello Hazel, Happy New Year. Happy New Year! Do you Black Bug? Do you need the Siphon Mite? The Xanthus Siphon Mite? Yeah. Because I don't have any of my old dupes anymore. I've sold them now. The Xanthus is the only one I'm sitting on. But I'm sure I'm going to have another dupe to work with next week. Yeah, I want to get all of the, I should keep up with the weeklies because I really want to get the rest of that Koresh decor bought because it's quite a few pieces. You know, if I'm at like 880 something and I'm working for score. Why do some classes get 3 specs? My Demon Hunter only has 2. I might switch. Druids have 4 if you want to be mad about something. I always find it kind of immaterial because I can only play 1 spec at a time. But yeah, Demon Hunter is getting a 3rd spec at midnight. That's true. Vibrating box. If you search vibrating, that's what filters it. I don't know why, because it's clearly not a vibrating box, but let's just not worry about that. Yeah, it's a wriggling cache. It's clearly finished and thought through thoroughly. Wriggling cache sounds better. Yeah, vibrating box is just have the sake of it. Make me spit out my tea if you want something to be bad at. Okay, well, there's 1 delve done. Wouldn't mind doing 2 more bountifuls. Where are the bountiful delves today, anyway? Skittering Breach is bountiful. What are we delving for? Weeklies for crystals. Weeklies for resonance crystals for decor, but also trading post credit. I'm getting some trading post points. Oh, there's a couple of quests. I wonder if there's any easy world quests. I know that there is, I've only done 1 of 5 world quests. So we're heading up to Hallowfall. Do you get Alanira? No. No, doing Isle of Dorn delves would be a good idea for that. None of them are bountiful right now, though. I guess I could do them anyway. Yeah, okay. We're actually not that far from the portal. Well, level 1 delves wouldn't be bad because we might get a crackling shard. I don't know why I didn't think of that while I was, we've been talking about it. A couple of people have asked me about the crackling shards. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that if I'm going to be doing delves anyways for the weeklies, assuming I don't need them to be bountiful. I mean, it would be nice for the achievement, but what are you going to do? Yeah, we should totally do Isle of Dorn delves. Which one sucks the least? Oh no, this one is bountiful, isn't it? That's why it's got a marker on it. Got my friend back into it, and she got 3 shards while leveling up her delve tiers. 3! Some people have all the luck. It's okay, I'm about to get one. For sure. For sure, dude. Happy New Year. I was frustrated. me being all half done recruiting troops as a priest. That's kind of satisfying. Oh yeah, I saw this one and I was like, candles? No thank you. I don't want to. I don't like those, the candle ones, but that's okay. Maybe this one's okay. I don't know if I remember this one. I think the funny candle's just a fireworks. Speaking of fireworks, how did your pets do last night, everybody? Definitely some people down the road, down the way, shooting off some fireworks, but my pets are lucky. They don't seem to mind. They don't seem to really have pay it much worry. I need a tank for these delves? I'm doing level 1 delves to get quest progress and completion and some chances at some shards. We are A-okay. Thank you. I'm just popping in as Shadow Priest. And you can pretty much just one-tap most of the stuff at this level. Which is the dream. I need to remember, I don't need to worry about looting mislaid curiosities. Those are kind of a waste of time for me now. My brain is fully leveled. Brand's so bad as a tank. Yeah, I think I have him set up just a DPS. Cats continue to be weird little gremlins. It is unclear to what extent the fireworks contributed to this, if at all. Now that you mention it, I didn't hear any fireworks last night, which is good. This is a wildfire danger area. Yeah, that's good. I like watching fireworks when it's like a big show that someone's putting on. People doing backyard fireworks freaks me out a tiny bit because of, like you said, the wildfires, and also, I don't know, I just always expect people to lose fingers. I feel like there's some correlation between the people that are willing to set them off in their driveway and people that are not willing to give proper respect to explosives. But I guess it's not my fingers, so, you know, live your life. As long as you're not burning down the woods, have at it, I guess. Put the resonance crystals. I need another... Oh, I need to dispel void bubbles. Oh, they're down this way. I was going to say, I need more candles if they want me to do that. 207. Hello? Yeah, there's candles in here. As was shaking at times last night, my community are big fans of explosions. I hope this year's like a nice kind of stabilizing year for me. I had a lot of change that happened last year. I did some big stuff, which is good. Happy I did it. But I would love to spend this year just kind of getting really settled into the groove of it. I felt like I did a ton of things over the summer, just in my personal life, and the spring, because it took like months and months of searching to find a house. I know some people look for years, but I was at it for a while. And then like all the logistics and the bank and the insurance and all the things, and then the moving. So then when I finally got to a point where I like didn't need to do anything for a little bit, I did nothing for like months. Not nothing, but like I've been kind of coasting on the bare minimum over here. I have not exactly been a paragon of productivity, which is fine, but I'm hoping that I'm, you know, recovered now. I'd like to start getting some stuff together. Getting some stuff done. Happy New Year, Hazel. Corgi night less so, rough night. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hugs to your puppy from me. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year. Morning, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Ujai. How are you? How are things going? I don't think I've done this Dell story, honestly. I'm not real good at it. Not real tuned into where the explosives are. For all the instructional vids, look forward to them every season. Thanks for watching them. Funnily enough, you did the bare minimum, but the place you moved to has the bare maximum. Oh, it really does. We got a trail cam for Christmas to set up just like in our backyard. And I haven't like set it up yet, and I'm a little scared that it's gonna make me afraid of my own backyard. You tell I didn't have the best night's sleep. Did you have fun? You have a fun night? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. No pressure, but... I'll get great deer videos. Yeah, there's deer here. We get deer, elk, and black bears are like kind of the biggest critters that you're gonna get roaming through. I guess there's technically cougars, but if I see a cougar in my backyard, I may stay inside forever. I don't know about all that. I love kitties, but I'm gonna need the big ones to maintain a healthy distance. Had a fun night, good food, good people. It was nice. Sweet animals. I like deer just fine when they're not trying to kill my dog. The deer out here seem chill. The ones in the city, when they had fawns, were very aggressive. And if you were walking a dog, they would run you down. They would try to run you over. I'd never seen deer behave like that before I lived in Victoria. It's crazy. What time is time walking? Or which time walking is it? Let's see. Looks like TBC. Burning Crusade time walking next week. Cameras revealed cougars in my yard twice. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to genuinely fear from cougars. I'm an adult. I am able-bodied. I don't have any small kids or pets that are playing outside or anything like that. That's usually when you end up getting in trouble with cougars. But still. One of those bird feeders with a camera in them so you can tell if the same bird comes back. Seems like a cool little bird watch. That is a nice idea. X Arthur, thank you for the 37-month reset. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year.
You're looking up there, bro. Take a wee rest.
Nearly at the end of this one. This is 2 out of 3 delves. But because it's in the Isle of Dorn, there is a chance it could give me crystals. The blue-purple drake have all the other mounts, wondering if I could continue on all 36. Did I ever find my Christmas movie for the year? I don't know. I feel like I watched enough of them. I enjoyed rewatching Happiest Season. I think I reached a point where once Christmas is over, I'm good to leave it be. Yeah. Maybe I just don't like Christmas movies as much as I want to like Christmas movies. They sound really cozy, but practically maybe it's just not my thing. Watch Die Hard for Christmas. This may be controversial, but I don't really like action movies. I've seen Die Hard. It's fine. It's great. I get real bored in action movies. One more. Oh, that's a classic. Well, 2025 is done. It was my worst year ever. Well, it's in the books now. It's over. Big A Christmas Story fan. My wife got me tickets to see it with Peter Billingsley. Cool meeting him in person, getting to talk to him. Oh, that's cool. Let's do not Fungal Folly. Let's do Earthbound Lines. Love Christmas with me. What amount is that? What mount is this? This is the Delver's Mana Skimmer with the Hyperdrive skin. So it's from this current season Delve mount, but the skin for it is what you get for defeating double question mark Kaibeza. I think this is the mount that I'm using often right now. Usually if there's any mount that I had to kind of put some effort into that I'm quite proud of, I'll ride it for a while before I rotate it out for something else. I wanted to ride the Karoks, but I kept having that camera issue where it would anchor my camera way above the mount and it was just too distracting to actually use them. Wish this mount got stuck in walls or the floor if you're not careful. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kaze. Die Hard is not merely an action movie. An exploration into the depths of human love and hate in a lofty setting. also a Christmas movie. You betcha. No argument from me. Yeah, I don't know about all that. We're gonna not worry about that. Still need to do double question mark conveys and also for recognitions with 8 maps. Yeah, now's a good time. I feel like I didn't mean to completely go. I didn't mean to gigaban you. I just meant to time that particular message out. Really not real good at my buttons over here. Easiest class for double question mark Kaibeza. Ooh, there's an answer to this, but I don't know what it is. Demon Hunter, maybe? What is it I'm doing over here? Yeah, you're on real thin ice over there. Trading post sucks this month. It's a saving month. Warlock is easy, rogue just me, Rep Paladin. Just don't be a Shadow Priest. I don't recommend it. It wasn't good. It was not a good time in there. I'm definitely gonna get the Iron Chain Key. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna get though. I think something. Stuck painting my room IRL, no one to help. What would normally be a one-day job, I'm on day 3. What color are you painting? I'm jealous. I need to paint, but I haven't been brave enough to do it. Only got the Chain Kini and the Thalassian Bow / Quiver. Yeah, those are good. I might have that already, if it's not new. We'll have to see if I actually get my trading post bar filled before the end of the day. I still have to do, I can still do crafting orders, and I can still do pet battles, and then the other one that I can do is, oh, there's one more thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna do Cataclysm herbs. Go farm some Whiptail and Oldham like it's whatever year that expansion was out in, 2012? 2011. Midnight, the Alliance will get a storming portal to a Horde city, essentially? Yeah, I think so. There's a neutral and a non-neutral section to it. There's a Horde exclusive part of Silvermoon. What are we doing here? We need to I've nearly squished enough grubs. We need to find a couple of goblins. They're probably upstairs. Lemix leveling counts for trading post? Yeah, but I'm done with Lemix. I don't want to touch it anymore. I was kind of vaguely thinking about a Kultiran mage, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm kind of ready for Lemix to get turned off so it can stop being an option, because I don't want it anymore, and I'm tired of it being the most efficient way to do a bunch of stuff. I'm over it. You did learn a lot of words while reading, so you were not sure about pronunciation sometimes. Yeah. For sure. Why, did I say something funny? It happens. I am prone to that. Did you ever in your life call it the Wizard of Ounce? Ounce? Oh no. We didn't do ounces though. Canada uses like a funny combo of metric and imperial, but ounces did not come up. So that one wouldn't have occurred to me. I would have, if it had been the Wizard of Mull, I might have confused it with milliliters. Maybe. Despite being Canadian and measuring things in milliliters, it's still funny to me when people call them mils. 250 mils of water. Painting my room a very dark gray with blue-green undertones. It's called Big Dipper by Sherman Williams. Sounds pretty. Did you call it the Wizard of Ounce?
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close.
But yeah, I can't write off the whole imperial system because we use feet and inches for a bunch of stuff. And then we use Fahrenheit degrees, but only for the ovens. It's so tough. Saw the joke recently, thought I would share. I think it's clever. I didn't get it for a minute. I was looking at it being like, what word is spelled O-Z but pronounced ounce that I would be confusing that with? Because usually that's how I end up mispronouncing things, is I try to infer the pronunciation based on a similarly spelled word, but that doesn't always pan out. So I was trying to figure out what the similarly spelled word was, and I was like, oh, it's ounce. U.S. military sometimes called kilometers clicks. Is that what clicks are? I always thought clicks were like a nautical thing. I didn't know they had anything to do with kilometers. Or like a wind speed thing. I've never had to use them. That's the wonderful Wizard of Ounce. Alright, come on! Crackling shard.
Nothing old flat.
I'm gonna buy some more Koresh stuff. Koresh decor. Because we are now done. No crackling shard, but I got three big ol' weeklies done. Good for some gold. Knots began as a nautical thing, but now is also aviation. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think I'm looting the mobs. I'm trying to anyway. Knot is roughly 15% faster than 1 mile an hour. I'm not real dialed into miles an hour, I just know that they're faster than kilometers an hour.
Can you feel it? Belladar hums with joy.
I did learn to drive in the States, but I didn't drive there for very long before I came here.
Well, my friend.
900. It's not. Is my hair in the border? And another 900. It's nice getting the raw gold. I feel like I'm gonna need it. Kilometers an hour are faster than miles. 90 kilometers is 55. That's kind of a funny way to phrase it. I would say that miles per hour are faster than kilometers an hour, because if you're going 50 miles an hour, you are going faster than you would be at 50 kilometers an hour. Just like, I guess, a backwards way of phrasing it. Do you have the meta achievement map for War Within? Yeah, I do. I didn't even notice when they gave it to me, because I already had the requirements. And then chat pointed it out, and I caught on it, and it's like huge. It's really big. Okay. Well, we're restocked on resonance crystals. We've got another, 3k. We can buy a couple more things. Not everything, but some. I feel like gas is more expensive because it's charged by liters instead of gallons. I mean, I think gas is more expensive even when you account for liters versus gallons. I think even when you do the math, we do still pay a little more here, depending on where you are. Thing I said about collecting crystals from the QM and alts, turns out it was wrong. Just tested it. You can ignore that advice. QM. What do we do? We're going back to Koresh for just a sec. I keep opening my housing decor thing when I'm trying to open the trading post log. Oh, the quartermaster. Gotcha. Does Alberta not have a bunch of oil to keep gas prices low? They should, yeah, I don't know. They need to hook me up. There is oil there. It is a thing. Someone needs to inform WoW that Christmas is over so they take down the trees. Soon, I think. Winter Veil ends tomorrow, 10 a.m. So today's the last day of Winter Veil stuff up. If there's anything left that you're trying to squeeze out of Winter Veil, now's your time. Is this the guy? Is this not the guy? This is the other one, isn't it? I'm deleting this because I'm sick of trying to open it. Wow, there's a lot of Garbo in here. This is the guy. I drove through the Yukon on the way to Alaska, and I was like, these prices are crazy, and there's only one gas station every 300 miles.
At last, we return to Koresh.
Anywhere remote is going to be a bit more expensive as well. I think our prices here are like a little higher than the mainland just because it's an island, but I'm not 100% on that. I know that gas costs a little less once you get out of the city. It's a little more expensive in Victoria usually. So I'm getting like the exposed bits first, but I think I have them all now.
The trust will save us. The heel is just another kind of oath. Your patronage is quite
I wonder if anybody's used those like angled, like the covered pipes to make like, I don't know, plumbing in like a kitchen or something. Like having like an exhaust duct. There's one more piece of decor in my bags that I bought. Here it is. That's what I'm trying to sell. I feel like I've done quite well for decor for today. I gotta get this trading post done though. Let's go to Stormwind and we'll do some pet battles. And then when we go back to Dornegal, we can do crafting orders, and that'll help. White Horse was nice. I've never been up north. I think one day before I die, I would like to do it. I think it would be fun to do it with more money rather than less money, though. Like, doing it on the cheap might be a little less comfortable. I don't know. I'm not a big traveler. I talk a lot about, oh yeah, I'd love to go to blank place, and I probably would, but I'm not going. You know me. What are we doing? We're going to pet battles, that's right. That's the stuff. Tomorrow I'll make her a new mog. When do you take down your Christmas decorations? I think today, New Year's Day. I think after stream that's going to be on my list, is to get the tree and stuff put away. Actually, it's probably going to take me a bit longer than it usually does because I have more stuff to put away now. I've got some outside decorations to wrap up too. Figure out where I'm going to jam them. I guess I can store stuff in the crawl space. Pet battles this way. Did some War Within campaign as the new lore walking thing. It's really good. Nice. One of my guildies used them to make cannons for his gunship exterior. Oh. I once drove to Jasper National Park in May to go camping. We got out of the car, looked at a wall of unmelted snow, and went elsewhere. When you go out, do people recognize you in stores? I am not remotely famous. People will recognize me if I go to BlizzCon. And I did get recognized once or twice in Oregon. But not here. Didn't they say that Legion Assaults be permanently up? I don't recall. Let's figure out which pet we're gonna... Here. Any of these beasts? Any of these got a good beast bonk on them? Use one of my new pets. But I think that's the way I like it. I think if I was worried about being spotted grocery shopping, I would start to question my career. I think I would be a little anxious. It's nice being able to just go buy your milk. There was a video of Mark Hamill trying to get people to recognize him, wearing a Mark Hamill t-shirt and standing next to his star. And nobody did. Might have been a bit, though. That's funny. I mean, maybe some people recognized him and just thought they wouldn't bother him to give him his privacy. That's a thing that can happen. I was rewatching a John Mulaney stand-up, and he was talking about how in rehab he expected people to recognize him, and not one person did. So, like, even people that are like famous, depending on where you are and how many people you're exposed to, you're probably fine. There's some people that would get recognized almost anywhere, but there's very few people that are that famous. Good morning or afternoon. How are you? Good morning or afternoon. It's still morning for me. It's about 11:30 on a Thursday. On the first day of 2026. We are closer to 2030 than 2020 now. People don't pay attention that closely to what's going on around them. I think people also tend to look different in person, too. unless it's somebody that you're very familiar with and you're very tuned into what they look like. You might not recognize an actor because they're out of their like costume and makeup and context that you're used to recognize them in. You know, you stick a hat on most people and all of a sudden it's just a person in a hat. Hour ahead, more eastern? Or western, yeah. I don't think it gets much more western than me. I'm on the island, baby. Vancouver Island, reporting in. I got you, I'm just giving you a hard time. I always think you look like an actress, but I can't think who. Some people have said Cate Blanchett, which I find very flattering, but I don't see it. My sister is a dead ringer for Anne Hathaway. She got the genes. The people recognize you. Did they say hi? What was it like? Yeah. Well, there was one person that recognized me at an aquarium store I used to like to go to, and they actually worked there. So I chatted with them for a bit because I was buying fish, and that was cool. I love that aquarium store. They were very nice. I think they were like a bit embarrassed to admit that they like recognized me, like they didn't want to come off as creepy, and it wasn't at all, but it was cute. And then the other time I was in Washington Square Mall in Oregon. And I was in kind of like a crowded area. And I was leaving, like I was on my way out and I was going home. And I think somebody just yelled like, Hazel! And I like turned and I looked. And I think they waved, but I wasn't close enough and it was kind of in a crowd. And I don't know what I did. I don't think I did anything. I think I just left. Maybe I waved back. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. With Peter Billingsley, he's very recognizable in public. This Chinook did nothing, and now we're back to our regularly scheduled blizzard. I'm glad we've had a bit of a break in the rain, although I think the rain is going to come again. Let me look at the weather forecast. Yeah, rain's coming back. It's gonna start maybe tomorrow, and it's just gonna keep raining for about a week straight. Hey. Get ready to hear the boom. Although I damped it down a bit with some acoustic foam, so it's not as bad now. I think you can still tell, but it's not as jarring as it was. Forgot Pet Battles used those tracks. My favorite Warcraft music of all time. Is the Chinook something other than a two-rotor helicopter? My understanding is it's like a wind. Like a seasonal weather pattern. But I don't know. It's also a salmon, but I don't think that's what we're talking about. Yeah, it's a species of salmon as well. How are we doing? We are 13 to 15. I don't know if I would say anything if I ever saw you in public, because I know how much you don't like it. I think if I had a magic power and it was up to me to like determine how it went, it would depend on where someone was running into me. Like if I was on the street, clearly just like walking near my home, it would really freak me out to be recognized, because I would be like so close to my home. But if I was like at a mall or like in a city or at an event or something like that, I think I would be much more open to meeting someone and chatting with them or taking a picture or whatever it was. You are correct, it's a weather system. I still think I can stop myself. Yeah, I think context matters. If someone's like camped out, I used to be nervous that someone would camp out at the post office where I had a PO box, because I had gotten some like vaguely unnerving emails, so I would kind of like I would like go at weird hours to pick up my mail at the PO box. So you know, some situations are probably better than others. I am only familiar with the Boeing aircraft. The more you know. Everything warmed up suddenly, but now we're back to this hellish winter nonsense. Before it warmed up, though, I had to spend hours digging waist-deep snow just to get to our woodshed. Oh, you're dealing with real winter. I have baby winter over here. Is that why you stopped having the string Dropbox thing? Part of it. Part of it is I just felt bad that people wanted to, like, people would spend a decent amount of money to ship me things, and they were lovely gifts, but at a certain point it would just kind of be a bunch of stuff that I didn't really have room to store or like display or enjoy really. And there's nothing worse than having to like rehome a gift. And I didn't really want to keep allowing people to like spend a bunch of their money to send me like Amazon stuff that they thought I wanted. That wasn't really. It's just a bit. I don't know. I felt like we could do without the whole thing. It's a drag queen. It's great. No one knows what you look like out of drag. But yeah, I never got any troublesome or like bad or weird packages. I don't think. People sent me very nice gifts. I still use it. I have somebody sent me a hot pink box cutter because on one of the unboxing shows I had been struggling to open packages. So somebody gave me like a pink one. And it was from some kind of line of like tools that were marketed like for women, but like I don't know, it's a good box cutter and I'm still using it to this day. That is my box cutter. I've replaced the blades once or twice. New pack of blades for it. It works great. Kitty, do you want to come up? Okay, so we did our pet battles. Now I want to do my crafting orders, and then I want to poke around with Cataclysm Herbing and see how we're doing. Getting an air tag would be my nightmare as a streamer. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I don't think those were available. I mean, I'm sure the technology was, but air tags as a product weren't even a thing back when I was doing that. Yeah, imagine getting like a plushie or something and being like, oh, cute, and you bring it to your home and someone's just put a tracker in it. Mail from strangers, mildly scary. Some men in construction use those pink tools because so many other guys are less inclined to borrow them. Don't think they were, but they are now. Yeah. It's one of those things that like sounds scary, but it's hard to tell how prevalent of a practice it actually is. It's like, well, you kids could be getting razor blades in their Halloween candy. Are they? Probably not. But it's just a question of how much risk are you willing to onboard, or I guess how thoroughly are you willing to vet your teddy bear for an air tag? I'm going to do my crafting orders, that's right. Yeah. They have scanners that can check for them. Is that a thing? That's crazy.
Do you have a query?
I don't need to do it weekly. Thanks for the Kaivaza video. I can finally do it. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Yeah, I don't think any of you guys would do that. You guys have always been very respectful of my boundaries and my privacy. Generally chill, but whenever you're in a public space that is accessible to everybody, you never be quite sure. Can't be too careful. Most phones will now alert you if there's an AirTag following you that isn't registered to your account. Well, that's good. Mine goes off when I borrow my dad's car. Sure. Like a gleaming shard. How you doing, baby girl? Happy New Year. Hi, number 6. Happy New Year. Oh, I'm gonna get a augment ring to sell there. No public work orders. Homebound showing how many items you're missing from the vendors now. Yeah, I think so. I like that it can show me what materials are needed to craft a given piece of crafted decor. That's a good question, Dorda. I don't think I do know. Heroic dungeons cannot be entered for non-seasonal dungeons. It's been there for a hot minute. Yeah, I thought maybe. Let's get some more Michael Bloom. I suppose I should double check and make sure this is still a thing. Yeah, it is. We're 5 of 10. It's good for 200 points. And thank goodness for NPC crafting orders. I used to do this back in Dragonflight. But what I would do is I would send myself crafting orders from an alt. I would just send myself like a bunch of individual Omnium Draconis crafting orders and then fill them one at a time. Or like, I would send cloth bolt crafting orders, 10 separate ones too, and tailored. It's probably still cheaper to do that than what I'm doing right here, but there's, I don't know, there's the occasional bits and pieces I can sell here, and this is just kind of less busy work. Start order. Caved into a partial interest crafting house decor. Decided Mechangon's a good place to start. Empty energy cells, capturing my progress, can only reliably get so many per day. You know how I got all of those? I bought, well, Flabby bought them for me, but I bought the recycling parts on the auction house, because you can buy as many of those as you want if you have the gold for it, like the hardened springs and stuff, and then turn those in for recycling, and then I was getting energy cells from the recycling caches. That's how I afforded everything, because I did it in like one big day. No Lotus, I think, is what I was trying to buy. Oh, work order days nostalgia, feel it. It was so much busy work. It was not a hard thing to do, but it was just a lot of like log in, log out, queue this, craft this, pick up your mail. I really should have bought a couple of those. Just give 20 of these. Thanks for the Kaiveza video. Yours is one of the dozens I've watched. Listening to you say 690s isn't actually preferable. Maybe buckle down, get a little higher. Attempts have been better. Found the graphic settings that help me. Still haven't gotten her. Progressing now. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Some people did do it at those lower item levels early, but I feel like they're just cracked. Like, they're just insane. You have to fight it for so much longer if your gear's not good. I felt like I was fighting it forever, and I did it at like, what, 7:15? It's so satisfying when you get it, though. It felt so good. What are we doing? Are we there yet? Yeah. Nice. Okay. 820. So I want to go herb. I want to get in a character. I want to herb. I want to herb and Oldham. Let's take my druid out there. One of my druids. Let's do this one. Gonna head out in day 4, get it without the extra work. Nice. What level did Flabby do it at? I think about the same as me, just because he didn't do it until I did it. And his item level I think is very similar to mine. Neither one of us really finished gearing up this season. We got most of the way there and then just kind of called it. He definitely did it faster than I did it and in fewer pulls, but I think he was also 7:15-ish. You're so sweet. She's just been headbutting my hand. Hey, you like the heated blanket? You gonna fight me for it? It's nice, huh? Oldham. Okay, so I'm gonna go Stormwind to Oldham, and I'm gonna herb. I'm gonna pick some Whiptail for traders points. Trading post points.
You want us to abandon our hunt for Zalatai?
I feel like I'm so close, but also I'm gonna need to do something else after this. I'll have to look and see what I'm like almost done with, because I feel like when we were doing all those weeklies, we got a bunch of objectives partly done. 4 of 15 quests done in Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms. Ooh, let me check on the book lady while I'm here. If I can recall where she is. It's like uphill or downhill from this. One of the two. Hello, book lady? Maybe she's not right here. Over here.
Looking to buy?
No, I have those two already. I need her to. There's one book I'm missing. I need her to pick up. Yeah. I used to spend so much time in Cataclysm farming whiptail along the river in Uldum for gold. It was one of my favorite gold grinds back in Cata. Hang on. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to turn the zone back. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to turn back time. I'm going to pop on Farm Hunt, because we may as well. I think we only need like 10 nodes or something. We don't need very much of it. And I suppose if there's any lumber to be had in the meantime, I may as well grab it. We're gonna need it eventually. Ore will also work. Doesn't have to be herbs, could also be ore. I didn't check, but there's no trading post credit for lumber, is there? That would be nice. Imagine if I could just farm lumber and get trading post credit. Speaking of, I think I need to track herbs. I want them to show up my map. There they are! I'm like, there's definitely herbs around here. Where are they? There we go. What's wood chopping? I don't know. What's a wood chopping with you? Gathering a new material that is required to craft furniture, decor items for player housing is what that is. It's not a profession. Any character can do it. As you get your lumbering axe, your harvesting hatchet, and any character can gather lumber, and it's a war-bound material, so you can't buy and sell it. It's war-bound. And you use it to craft decor. I'm crafting all of my own decor, more or less. I'm not buying any on the auction house, so I'm gonna need a lot of it. Yeah, this add-on is Farm HUD that gives me a little... It's basically just overlaying the contents of my mini-map on the center of my screen so that you can gather herbing, mining, lumber, what have you, without having to kind of keep continually glancing up to your mini-map. It's nice. I like it a lot. You're right, Uldum's not bad for lumber, actually. I kind of thought it would be. Given that it's a desert, but you just go along the river and you're in good shape. Well, I guess there are trees out there. I was doing my lumbering in Twilight Highlands, but I might do Uldum from now on. It's sunny. Looks warm out here. Finding more lumber than I am whiptail. This zone reminds me of the brutal reality that BFA offers. I have only one of the eyes for the toy. Drop rate is way too low for non-current content. Yeah. I don't even remember what toy it is, but I betcha you're right. I must have done it back in the day. I did a bunch of farming and collecting in the BFA version of the zone. I distinctly remember camping a rare for a pet drop, and the item that taught the pet was called a stinky sack. And I got maybe more mileage out of giggling at that than I should have. Wore that one a little thin. Alan, your drop rate's too low. It's pretty low. I'm still at 7 out of 10. I'll get it though. I might even commit to getting it before midnight, but if I do that, I'm gonna have to start actually farming. Join a real farming group or start one. This brings back memories. I can also probably sell the whiptail. I know Cata herbs were doing alright. Yeah, 10 gold per. That's probably more than what I was getting for the mechanicals. Oh, you're not gathering 10 nodes. You're gathering a total of 50 quantity, just in general. But we're getting it. We're at 35, 34. The lumber does not count, but I can't resist lumber. I can't walk by it. I need it. I'm gonna use it, I know. It's so funny to me, speaking of Alanira, it's so funny to me that Alanira can drop a crackling shard. I know she's a rare, so she works on the same rules as every other war within rare. Or Isla Dornigal rare, but like... You finally get it. You finally kill her. You get your mount, and she's like, hey, do you want another one? One for the road? This one you can just keep, just for you. Wow. Spreadsheet to track crafting and gathering leveling. I was gonna add a section to my class order hall spreadsheet. I was just gonna do more, like another table below it. Or somewhere else, I don't know. I don't know how to structure spreadsheets. Maybe another page. I was going to do another section of it to track professions just in general, like who's got which profession for decor. Yeah, one for Alanira too. Oh, but there's a pet bird following your bird. I still have the add-on Pet Walker installed. And every now and then my character just pulls out the most random pets I haven't thought of in a million years. That's the gold mini jouster. There we go. There's our trading post credit. That brings me to 920 points. If we do any 5 quests, we'll get it. That's probably the fastest thing to do. Any 5 quests. Some quests are very easy and fast. Thinking. Because I've done 20 already, and I didn't really set out to do any questing today. Yeah, 50 points for 10 delves in this joke. The delve ones seem weighted a little low. It's nice that they give Trader's Tender, but they don't seem to give an awful lot of it.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Pleased to meet you. Be seeing you.
I mean, that would count, but like... yeah, Farm HUD works very well with roots. They're very nice combined together. Trying to think of like what I could complete really quickly. That would count as like a quest. World quests also count as quests. There's nothing for doing just one-time walking dungeon. Roots is an add-on that can basically overlay like lines and circles on your map that show you an optimal route for something like herbalism, per se. You can import them, or it can generate them based on the nodes that you found so far. Just kind of gives you a path to follow when you're herbing. So I have some characters that are between 70 and 80. So if I was gonna just do some quests, it would not hurt. Keep forgetting I can turn off that dialogue tree. It wouldn't hurt to do a couple of quests on a character that's actually going to get some experience for it. I picked the catch-up just on the off chance that it gives me any...
must take back Hammerfall.
I don't know if I've done
The way
this.
forward will not be easy.
Any transmog that I don't have yet?
The Highlands have seen more than enough.
Where the hell am I? I'm in the Arathi Islands. I've never actually done this catch-up thing. It's kind of funny. Oh wow, I'm level 77. How is the catch-up XP? I mean, yeah, let's kill a few more things and do a quest. This is the first time I've ever tried it. I didn't know there was... Normally, catch-up I feel like just ports you to a city and gives you gear. This is the first time I've seen actual content that you do. The objectives do not give Trader's Tender directly. They just fill your bar, and then you get Trader's Tender at different breakpoints along that bar from the cache. That just sent me to an Oceanic server. My latency was in the tens of thousands. Yeah, it might be working kind of funny just because it's new. 11.27 to give you story catch-up as well. Is the story that there's gnolls in in Hammerfall? This character was a remix alt from Mop Remix. This is my Mop Remix hunter maid. Her name is Squidgy. I'm level 505. And you can leave it whenever you want. But I guess I logged on this character to do quests and level. Let's see how much you get. I feel like it'll be a good chunk just because it's a quest. There's not that much experience to be gotten. Yeah, basically 2 bars for one quest.
Let's move.
Not that much XP to be had. Oh, wow. Sorry. They really walk you through this. I've never seen this. This is so cool. I don't think it's necessarily for me, although if they're gonna give me, well, they're giving me gear that I feel like I have the appearance of already. Didn't I get some of this stuff from, like, I don't know, the scrapyard in WoD? So how's I'm gonna be stuck in 6? They're gonna add more in Midnight. And I think those of us that have kind of overcapped this, I believe there's gonna be more house for them. Yeah, new newbie scenario kind of. It's, I guess, for people that have been away from the game. I wonder if they always give you this area's questing, or if there's a different one depending on what level you are. Rather do this than farm the scrapyard. Don't quote me on that. I might be very wrong on that. It just reminded me of that gear. I don't know if it's always the same thing. Always this area. Jeff would know. Because I feel like they took that mog out of the scrapyard, didn't they? Like the class catch-up stuff for the starter gear? There's one piece of decor I still don't have that I need to get from the starting experience, Exile's Reach. There's like a Stormwind table that I can buy, and I need to play Exile's Reach again. And it's funny to me because I've played Exile's Reach. I've done it. I've been there. Once you get gear delves, your main could send keys to other characters. Yeah, that would be nice. I have so many keys in my main that I never get through, and then my ults have like nothing. Before you do the Exile's Reach thing, they changed the story quite a bit. Look at that table too. I'm waiting. Make sure you do not accept quests on the Dragon Isles. What? You lost me. If I'm doing Exile's Reach, would I not be making a brand new character because that's the only way to do Exile's Reach? How would I accept a quest on the Dragon Isle? Oh, like after I get out of Exile's Reach? You won't be able to get the quest Welcome Stormwind when you go back on the boat. Oh. It forces you to go to the Dragon Isles now. Okay. So you go there, but then you don't take the quest? That's weird and annoying. Why do they try to trap you like that? How could this happen? So these things are upgrades, which is kind of nice. I had a bunch of old stuff that is not as good as this. Quest-wise, oh man, every time I try to open my trader's log. Oh no, we did. We're good. Every time I try to open my trader's log, I open the housing thing instead. I have to do it twice to find out. Oh, that would be annoying. The quest when I went to the Dragon Isles, the Stormwind quest was still there for me. Maybe they fixed it. If a couple people are saying that hasn't been their experience. Maybe it was bugged when you did it and they've gone back and they've patched it. Still a good thing to know. Do I need to keep... I mean, I don't need to keep doing this. Should I keep doing this? I feel like I have these pants.
We all have our costs.
Anyway, I'm just gonna log her off here. She's nearly 78 just from this. This is great. I want to get back on my priest. It is end of stream time, but before we go, I'm gonna go do my trading post shopping, and also I want to put that new transmog set on Anthus, I think. Yeah, the XL reach thing you have to start a new character for. Thank you in advance for this stream. You're welcome. I'll be a minute or two over today because I'll be doing a little shopping. Gotta figure out who's gonna wear the chain kini. Maybe there's something else that I want to buy. Who's to say? It didn't look like a super promising month outside of the chain kini, but you never know. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! Vengeful Crusader and 1,000 Traders Tender. Bringing me to a delightful 11.7k. Well, there's a turtle. It's 500 tender. On one hand, it's a +1 and it's not that expensive. On the other hand, I will never ride this in my life. Villager City Attire. Not for me. Not for me. I got this in the tan. I love it in the tan. I'm not so much here for the red. That's right, we were memeing on this. We were joking that the theme for the trading post this month is just red. You've got like some red weapons. Oh yeah. This is gonna be their most popular item by an absolute freaking landslide. Oh boy. I don't have that quiver, but I have quivers like it, so I think I'm fine. It would be cool in a Blood Elf Hunter, actually. I don't have a Blood Elf Hunter, though. Hazel, stop it. You stop it. Well, you know what? I won't stop it. I'm getting the quiver, and I'm getting the bow. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Clockwork Attire. This was a crazy set. Yeah, just make a Blood Elf Hunter, right? Yeah, it's a nice, simple bow. The clockwork weapons are cool, but they're still expensive like they were before. I didn't get any of these things last time, and I think it was for a reason. And then I have this, and I have this already, so that's good. A lot of tender. Yeah, I'm pretty stingy these days. I don't spend much. I don't think I'm going for the turtle. It wouldn't make much of a dent in my collection. But if I took that mentality every month, then I wouldn't have any to work with. The key to not breaking New Year's resolutions is to not make any. And that's what I always say. This is not 500. It's worth 330.
We'll be seeing
oh, oops. I didn't buy anything. What if the turtle never comes back? Then I'll never think about it again. I'm never going to have all the trading post mounts. It's too expensive to have all the trading post mounts. I started pick and choosing ones that I actually like. Yeah, 22k tender here, just saying. It's very good. I only want to buy stuff if I think that I might actually use it. Yeah. How do you have so much tender saved? Like this, I don't buy something if I'm not in love with it. If I'm on the fence about it, or I feel like I'm not going to use it in enough situations. I've had this thing frozen for ages. I do love the butterflies, but this was the subpar color of butterfly. The pearlescent one, which I did get and have ridden, is better. And I feel like in every situation I would rather use the pearlescent butterfly, not the red one, so I don't know.
May the winds be in your favor.
Let's put the chain kini on someone. And let's put... Anthus is gonna wear the set that we got. Holding it, hope there's a discount vendor again. Yeah, I think if you only buy mounts, you'll probably have the tender to buy all the mounts. If that's the only thing you want, you never buy Mog. I like Trading Post Mog though. Not all of it, but when they make something I like, I really like it and I end up using it a lot. I think I can just kind of get out of here. Let's just leave. Let's go to Dornegal. Buying a Chinkini means playing a Blood Elf or a human. They do not look fine on a cow. Yeah, you know, subjective. Anthus is gonna wear the whole set that came from filling the bar, the new Vengeful Crusader set, because he's spent long enough looking like a scarecrow. He's done with his wicked era. There we go. There's his Vengeful regalia. It's kind of cool. I must have some kind of a red and gold sword or something. Yeah, there you go. Is the helmet? No, it's not. The helmet's not working for me. Take the helmet off. Give him instead either nothing or something. He needs to let his ponytail be freed. Have a quick look. The loves and the air roses are so funny. He's not gonna wear glasses. There's a crown. I don't think I love it. I might just go with nothing. Always an option. Kinda don't hate that. I don't know, it's doing a little too much. That's kinda nice. It's very understated. It blends right into his hair. It would be maybe better in a slightly more golden color, but I think that's the color that we have. Yeah, sure. Pop it up. Let me check him out. Man, when he walks, his little belt flappy thing's going right between his legs. He does look good. I kind of like the little dangly cloak. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year. Yeah, transmog changes should be pre-patch. Alright, let's put the chain kini on someone. Let's put it on a male and a female character. Night Flame's gonna wear it, because of course he is. And I also would love to pop it onto one of my ladies. Let's dress up one of the ladies. I must have a female character somewhere that is also kind of like a melee vibe. Take a look at it. That looks a bit low res. Yeah. It was free. Or at least it was for filling the bar anyway. I think he could wear the chain kini just with this outfit he has on now. It almost looks like it's been waiting for the chain kini his whole life. There you go. That's your stuff. Work it. You know, it doesn't look low res. Is he ready to party or what? Perfect. Oh yeah. So that's good. Let's put... Alright, who else is gonna wear it? It looks nice on... I mean, it looks nice on lots of people. Not those guys. I kind of forgot I had this warlock, to be honest with you. She's in danger. I made her to make a redskin warlock, and I realized I did not even remotely need it. Who else really suits it? This Mog is kind of a mess. I might do her. Have to think. I could do Snow Crab too. Could do a Paladin. She's gonna be a blacksmith. Draenei Paladin. Molly. I don't know if I want to put it on a gnome. Trading Post has been at 3 years during February. I've enjoyed it. I haven't missed a month. I've played every single month of Trading Post since they came out with it. Yeah, let's make a little chain kini mog for her. Because this character is going to be my blacksmith. This was her name's Snow Crab. I leveled her on Remix. And she is a light forged Draenei, and she's going to be a blacksmith. So I feel like a blacksmith could get away with the chain kini. I don't need her to have big paladin vibes because Anthus has that covered. So I want an expedition yak. Do you get all amounts? At a remix, sure. In general, no, I don't have all amounts. How many mounts do I have? I have like 1,100 mounts, say 1,109 maybe. Good chunk, you know, 1 or 2. Alright, so there's the chain kini. Kind of looks sick just like that, but let's strip down. I kind of like that it shows off her like light forge tattoos. I want something. I don't mind this like skirted pants look, but I think I want it to be more kind of matching in color-ish, color neighborhood. I bet people are gonna do that for sure. That's not what she's wearing though. Wouldn't mind a bit of chunkiness to it. I just want the colors to kind of go. Not quite like that though. It's one of those things. Transmog for me, like I'll know it when I see it. I never have a specific thing in mind. I'm usually looking for unusual architecture, shape, and or like cutouts, or anything that's got kind of like some physics on it. Something that's just like a texture straight on the legs is not usually going to get picked unless I'm looking to make a really simple mog. But you know, you make some cutouts, or you make maybe some of the old. Well, no, can't do it. Can't do that to her. Maybe if you had a belt that covered enough of the rest of her. I feel like we were closer with the newer stuff. Just feels like she's not fully dressed. Hit 250 mounts, been playing since 2012. Congratulations. These are kind of nice. Actually, I kind of like that. Are there any belts or shoulders? Stick that belt on it and kind of ties in there. The weapon will need work. She looks like a two-handed axe babe. She looks like she needs a big chopper. Something a bit classic. Maybe a little chopper. She can do maybe just some black gloves? Does she need shoulders, or will they bulk the whole thing out too much? I love the shoulder capes, but like the tartan ones are not quite cutting it for this vibe. I don't have any in black, do I? No, I don't like the shoulder capes on her. We've got some different colors. Let's go way back to like some really kind of basic stuff. I might not do shoulders. Sometimes I don't. Usually I'll do either shoulders or a back piece, but on her I might leave the back alone. I'm sure there's any number of things we could stick on our back that you would get to appreciate and enjoy. Whether or not they fit with the vibe though. Plus, as long as I keep her back unobstructed, I can kind of enjoy her tattoos. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff in here, you know. Dark Plunderstorm pants, skirted pants, similar colors. I must have run into them. I should have checked the name of what it was that I was looking at before I tabbed out of it. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. It's not exactly the same colors, but Hide muscle and pants from summertime. Oh yeah, there's the dark underwear pants. Those are, that does actually kind of go. I kind of like this because of the chain elements, even if the colors aren't matching. I guess those colors match a bit better. These boots are clearly not working, but we can just take them off. I'm a Draenei. What am I doing? I'm not wearing boots. And then I don't even think she wants a helmet or anything. I think that might just be the move. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's good. I'm happy with that. I could see her working at a forge, you know? She's well ventilated if she gets sweaty. Yeah, that'll do. Nice. Okay. I'm a little over time for the day. I will be back tomorrow. Today is Thursday? Today's Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday. I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday morning WoW stream. Maybe tomorrow I'll actually craft some, we might do some decor crafting. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate the company. Happy New Year and have a wonderful, wonderful day.